Guys, it's Monday night. We unfortunately last week the internet decided to die, so we are back with what are we on? Episode 7 or 8? Episode 7. Dogma decisions. Let me unmute the cast so that you guys can actually hear them speak.
Oh yeah, that works too.
That definitely
That's nice.
That would be nice.
That definitely
been released.
Let me in.
Release the Kraken. Guys, it feels good to be back. We had to take a week off, and then, like, as you know, the technical issues have plagued us recently, but we're back. The Nexus is ready to go. We have a cast of wonderful players, and we have a even better community that's here to support and help me kill everybody, because Optimus has already given me 2 bennies. So
I saw that. Thank you, Optimus. You've now been banned in all of our channels.
You son of a...
Crazy, weird unicorn horn wizard, you.
Alrighty. So with that, guys, how you doing? I want to check in with the cast because it's been like 2 weeks. Anton, how are you doing? What's your character thinking at the moment, and what's going to happen tonight?
I'm doing okay. Just trying to survive. I have 2 days on my last university assignment, and then I should hopefully get my bachelor's. Fingers crossed.
Excellent.
Yeah. Other than that, Anton's just trying to piece together many pieces of the puzzle we uncovered last week. And right now he's got his phone trying to find out where Lorna is, and he's met with yet another puzzle, so it'll be an interesting start, I think.
Always is. Jesse Rains, our resident crackhead.
Hey man, don't be hating.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying
it's the party, man.
It's not judgment. It's a statement of fact.
I got to pregame all day to get into character for this. And you guys don't appreciate the work.
No, I appreciate.
You know how hard it is getting a drug deal inside an apartment when you're on lockdown. Man, I go the extra mile for you all. But no, I'm doing real good, doing great. Had a really nice day, enjoying the best possible night. I think Jesse right now is just like humming along in his car, waiting for everyone to get back out and trying to figure out how he can get one of those like cyber pets into his car full time. I think that's like really his main goal right now.
That is your overall goal for the campaign?
Yeah, car tiger. That's what I want.
Okay, so it's going to be a very elusive thing. I think you'll get it at 2 years into the campaign.
Oh God, I mean, yes, he's
exotic. I want a virtual car tiger. What's wrong with a virtual car tiger when someone wants to mech? No, I feel like one should come before the other.
Carol fucking Baskins. All right.
Hail, you cats and kittens.
James Dunn, how you doing? What are you thinking? What's your character thinking at this point?
Personally, I'm great because, like Anton, like Atomic, we are. Or I'm sorry, like Dune. We are. I get Atomic and Dune mixed up together in my mind for some reason.
Okay.
But like him, I'm almost done with school, so I'm almost done with teaching school, so I'll have more time. So I've been slowly easing off the pedals of work so I can enjoy like sleeping in and such.
I've got a solution for you to just make your life easier.
Okay.
Fail everybody. Just fail them.
Just fail them.
Wow. I don't care that you had an 8 average all semester. You're fail.
Fail.
Yeah. Just
Welcome to the real world.
Rubber stamp it. Everything. Yeah.
Everything.
I just had a mouthful of coffee as you said that, Mike. Thank you.
Life is a struggle.
As for Dunn, like everything they're discovering, none of it is not convincing him that lizard aliens control the universe right now. And he's just glad he's not being shot at, that someone's not trying to throw him in jail, he's not being chased down. That he can just talk with people and not have to, and let the rest of them deal with the crazy demonic cult that we've been encountering.
Excellent. Xero.
So I'm doing pretty good. Had a good day. hung out with some friends, talked with some people, did a lot of socializing, relaxed a little, got a little workout in, which is nice. Got to throw on a little creatine and throw up a little weight, which was fantastic. As far as Xero, he just got some protein out of his friend's fridge, which was awesome. Best food he's had in like forever. As far as his friend, he's a little nervous. And the doc, I believe, has him on the verge of believing of the Illuminati space lizards. Like, it's like that close. And when the big man with the rifle is scared of space lizards, you know some shit's about to go down.
I'm just saying that I am in a triangle right now. You know, just saying.
Illuminati confirmed.
Illuminati confirmed.
I'm a little more obtuse. But
Oh, I don't even have it saved from last night. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah.
happy to be here.
All right, David Greyson, how you doing? How's your character? What's your character thinking? And how long until you shoot Jesse Raines in the knee?
Valid point. Very valid point.
So I'm fine. I'm great. I had a relaxing stream today. Nothing went wrong. Everything was sailing.
I don't believe
I
it.
didn't kill 20 cops.
Oh, we have our good days, right, Loken?
Yeah, nothing good days, baby. Nothing good days. I am calm and collected. Yeah.
Bullshit.
Anyway, as for David is perturbed. David's perturbed because cultists are annoying. Cultists are annoying because they tend to be fervent little bastards who don't seem to go and get the hint when bullets are flying at them. But the upside is they do like to run a straight line straight towards you, so they're easy to hit. Hey, you know, you gotta look for silver linings. And also wants to get the job done so we can get paid. That's about it for poor old David. But it is many things. Practical is probably the most, I'd say. He doesn't really, again, like, really care who we're trying to rescue, or find, or save, or shoot, as long as we get paid. Him, it's good. I was going to ask, actually, can we get a quick explanation as to what bennies are? Because I know a couple of my boys from the stream are new here, and they don't know what a benny is. And I want all their bennies.
So it's so bennies are a tool that you use in this campaign to allow the players to reroll skill checks, have the potential to soak wounds, and in this game, almost everything you do is based off a skill check, like fighting, shooting. Shooting's a skill check. So it's a good opportunity to help the players and the cast of the show, or myself, to try another attempt at something. So let's say let's say David Greyson goes to shoot at Jesse in the knee, and he misses. He can elect to use a Benny at that point to try to take that shot again. So
I will shoot him in the knee at some point, by the way. I will, absolutely, 100%.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
Hashtag keep Jesse alive.
Hashtag.
Oh, no, you'll be
Bennies for
alive.
Jesse.
You'll just have a shot knee, that's all. I'll laugh at you as you crawl around going.
You have to catch me first.
He's just trying to give me more job there, Jesse. He's just trying to give me more job so I can,
Look, I generate work. I stimulate the economy. It's a good thing.
Actually, no. Jesse would like a robotic knee. So yeah,
A robotic knee?
leg would be fun.
Either
Yeah,
that.
it'd be fun. Go gadget leg.
I want a cyber tiger, not like a virtual. I want an actual cyber tiger. I'm
So like
sick on him.
with like cybernetic enhancements.
See,
No, like a robotic tiger.
Okay.
Now you're talking exactly what Jesse's going to do now, because Jesse is a mechanic and he likes to build things, so he's going to build a cyber tiger.
Cool. You're gonna build me a cyber tiger. You're gonna slave with me, and then I'm gonna stick it on you.
That's true.
Wow. Oh,
Anyway,
and
sorry. Moving on.
QPan just said a robotic knee that runs like Bessie. So every time you go to stand up, you have to make a roll
go to
to
step.
see if your knee works.
Make a repair check.
The secret is the leg really doesn't work because it's just a bong. You just-
It's where he hides his meth.
The secret stash.
I'm just gonna have the dock wire in like a drug injector into the knee, so every time like I take a step, it's like, ah.
It'll make him drive better.
So we had a question from the from Electric Monk. He said, "Is this based on Cyberpunk 2020 or any other systems?" So this game is based on Savage Worlds, and we use the Interface Zero system, which is a third-party adaptation rule set for Savage Worlds, and it's made by Gunmetal Games. And interestingly enough, the person I've been talking with the guy over at Gunmetal Games, and he loves our presentation. So that's pretty cool. But it does we do take elements from a lot of the really, there's so many good Cyberpunk influences out there. And the best part about GMing is you can just steal anything you need. So there you go. So yeah,
hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Have you seen your new Ghost in the Shell series?
I have not seen the new one, but I watched the show the other day. That was phenomenal. Upload. Have you guys seen this yet?
I haven't heard of that, no.
I have.
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Amazon Prime. It's absolutely phenomenal show. And I kind of wish I'd saw it before this because I had the Nexus come up out of your wrist. What they did is they make an L like this and the phone appears right here.
Ooh, oh,
like
that's cool.
That's neat.
Yeah.
I can make everyone look like a loser too. And go,
Yeah. So I'm going to sell this show to you guys. Okay. The basic concept of the show is that upload is the afterlife for a human. They have found a way to upload your consciousness to a server farm somewhere. And so like there's different qualities of heaven. There's like the budget heaven, and there's like the rich person heaven. And then there's like, and it's kind of cool. And they're trying to figure out how to get people back down to download them into, mechanical bodies or cybernetically enhanced bodies. But the concept around the show is really cool. And I'm definitely going to steal elements from that too. So just to give you guys
all dead.
Let me bust in here and say, and it's free when you have Twitch Prime. And you know what else is free when you have Twitch Prime? Subscriptions. You can use your Twitch Prime sub here on How I Nerd Stream to support the stream. Give yourself a Benny if you want to do that as well to go help out in any of the other campaigns. So remember, use your Twitch Prime sub to sub to this channel.
Excellent.
Hi there, kids. You heard about a Lord and Savior Twitch Prime? No? Well, have I got news for you?
It also gives you great shows like The Expanse, which is another Twitch original or Amazon original, which is coming out soon for season 5. So
I binge watched the first 4 seasons when I was up at when I was remote working up in Rochester, New York. Back at the hotel, I smashed like 4 seasons in a week.
Another good show, by the way, that's the thing is it's like this kind of almost cyberpunk aesthetic. It's got a little bit of it, but it's about like Tales from the Loop is what it's called.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've started watching that too. I definitely started watching that.
Show.
Yeah, it's like
I love the game.
Go ahead,
There's a game based on it too. Yeah,
it has a TTRPG based on it. Yeah.
Does it really?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's been out for a while now.
So
yeah, I've stolen elements from Ghost in the Shell. What Blade Runner, all kinds of things, Carbon Black, there's so many different Phil K. Dick, like there's so many cyberpunk influences out there. Shadowrun, some of the stuff from Shadowrun. I've kind of taken all these elements and picked these elements that I like from all these different cyberpunk influences, and I've thrust them into this world that I've had a story in my head for years, and I put it into this kind of setting. And this, I mean, like the story that I envisioned was a cyberpunk setting, but I get to borrow a lot of elements from a lot of places, and it's going to be really cool. As much fun as it is now, I cannot wait to see these guys as uber elite soldiers, except for James Dunn, down the line using like full camouflage, invisible camouflage, doing like these Bato type shots from like 10 blocks away. It's like I'm really excited for this campaign. So guys, my name is Mike. This is the How I Nerd channel. We do TTRPG content here 3 days a week, and then we have a roundtable discussion on the fourth day. Tonight is Neural Nexus Zero. It's our Savage World cyberpunk adventure set in 1980s Boston, Massachusetts, in an alternate retrowave universe. We have a wonderful cast of characters right now, and now I am going to ask them to roll the dice. What we do every week is I have them roll, and the person who gets the lowest roll has to do a recap from the previous episode. So that's where we're at right now.
Can we just all let Ant do it? Because it's just how it works.
All right, come on. Damn it!
Yes!
Yes.
All right.
David
Strong.
Greyson.
Let me hear those rolls.
Okay, so David rolled a 9.
Paul, you muted, I think.
James is
You're muted, buddy.
I think there's something wrong because, well, I rolled the 10, but I think I saw Ant roll an 18.
Yeah, but
And it's
his dice
amplified.
when his dice stops, that's not actually it.
Oh,
It's been laggy this week on Tabletop Tavern.
Yeah.
We saw that as well, but his dice that showed is a 5.
Okay.
And Jesse got a 20.
Zero got a 14.
I got a 5.
Don't sound so sad about it.
I can take over for Ant if Ant doesn't want to do it.
How about you can use a Benny on it?
There we go.
Oh my god.
No,
No,
because
that's just accepting my fate.
all
All
right.
right, so
When
What
you're
happened
ready,
last week?
when you're ready, Anton, take it away.
not last week. I don't know if I'm ever ready for these. Yeah, bear with me. My memory's a little hazy. So yeah, last week Anton had a small conversation in his apartment with over a secure line with someone he didn't recognize. After that, the party got together to answer a call from their new employer, Lontach MacTyre, about a case about Lorna, where her manager was looking for a search party. So naturally, we went and saw the manager, got some information from him, and went to Lorna's apartment. And there, Anton uncovered a huge cache of information about some sort of secret dealings, far-off companies that are rather well off, and just really strange information about that pretty much just clouded all the disappearance related to Lorna. And right now he's trying to figure out what on earth she could have been doing, who she could have been snatched by. It could have been anyone at this point. But he's starting to put together some ideas. After that large gold mine of information was found, the party went to a church to seek out and find the father Davdithas McGee, a wonderful shotgun-wielding priest who
Preacher with a shot.
who informed them about the symbol that they found attached to the dead woman's corpse back in the rat, and gave them some more general advice. And with that, the party got back in their car. Anton made a call to a burner phone that they found back in Lorna's apartment to try and meet up with a hacker that she was friends with, and was met with as soon as he'd left his message on it, there was a text that was immediately sent as a sort of captcha saying where was the last place we met, and I believe that's where we left.
I would say so.
Yep. Anyone else want to add, or?
You definitely figured out as you were working through the network in Lorna's place, you found that sub network and realized that Lorna had skills similar to your skill set, Anton, which is new information for pretty much all of you. But other than that, what about the symbols?
It was a symbol of a demonic cult.
Okay.
One of
Bag
the,
L.
Bagel, who is the demon of illusions and trickery or something like that, if I remember correctly. So.
Yep. And Father McGee is gathering information to deliver to you guys when he gets it together. So our next step, guys, if you're new to the channel, you can use channel points that you earn by idling in stream, talking in stream, that kind of thing, to buy bennies for our players. We briefly talked about them earlier. It's a way for you to interact with the stream. However, if you are a sub to the channel, you get 1 free benny a night. Patreon subscribers do as well. So without further ado, I'm going to go through and I'm going to dole them out. Let's see. Optimus Subprime Mortgage has given me his Patreon benny and his sub benny. I already took those. Isaac Revia has given a point redemption to Benny to David. I'm not going to give you mine. I almost gave you my bennies, David. And
It's okay. I'll accept.
and sub Benny to Jesse. Let's see. Doc Wolf, Benny to David. Let's see. Nate's Knife Pit, sub Benny to Xero, and Patreon Benny to Anton. There we go. Anton, you might not go negative this turn. What else do we got? Clawman, sub Benny to Anton, and Point Redemption Benny to Xero. Anton and Xero. Queen Elfie, Point Redemption Benny to Xero. And that's it.
Can Xero kind of like start using them for just like I take a sip of my protein shake.
Yep.
I must get the maximum amount of protein. I need to re-roll to make sure I get the maximum amount of protein.
So his protein extraction from whatever he eats, if the level is not high enough, he uses a Benny to try to get more protein.
Drink more protein, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
He can't only do it every time he drinks.
I'll allow it. He's got 25 Bennies to spend, or 26.
Yeah.
26 to spend. All right. Guys, without further ado, I think we should get this tomfoolery going. What do you think? You guys ready? Community, you ready?
Yes.
Nexus initialization complete. When last we left off, Anton had received a text on the burner phone with the question, where was the last place we met? Paris?
I don't know. I'm just.
I look at Anton and I go, because you said this out loud, right, Anton? We all know this, or we all see this.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. Just
Did
like
you
any
check-
ideas?
Do you check the records from the sub thing? Because that's probably got the records of the last time they talked.
Not the last time they met though. They probably would have like
Maybe
met
they-
over this phone.
But maybe they mentioned something about it in the records.
I don't know. Maybe they had a favorite place to go. I don't know.
It should have said something. I mean, we got a snippet of their conversations at one point, right?
I mean, you're a hacker. Where the hell do you like to hang out?
Home.
There you go. Home. Say it was home. They met at home.
No, that's a bad
They met
idea.
at home. Put it in quotes. It could be
Don't
anything.
listen to the crackhead. Don't listen to the
What?
crackhead, Jesse, you're not helping. Just.
Well, I think the lying isn't helping either.
We gotta say something, but I mean,
Yeah, if you knew what the answer was, you would say it already.
Well, I don't, because I don't have the records in front of me. Ant has all the records. He pulled them off of the drive.
There's too much to go through. There's nothing that specifically says a location that they could have, that Lorna could have gotten to anyway.
Just use something like something general, like the pub, or like the bar, or like the alley. I don't know. Where do people hang out?
Maybe it was the last place we met them. Maybe he was with her at the club that I got framed for murder at.
I
What
don't
was
know.
the name of that place again?
The Rat.
David.
Rat? Yeah.
Dave, I got a bad feeling about this, man.
I always have a bad feeling about everything. It's okay. That's why we bring guns. Guns solve everything.
Oye, no tienes un problema por nada.
I don't know, man. You might want to just be upfront about it. Say Lorna's missing. We're trying to find her.
Another text comes through and says, I need an answer, or this, I'm going to have to cycle the phone.
I just sort of leans like, I don't know if this is automated. And it
Oh, yeah,
came in
Papa.
immediately.
Tell her the truth.
Tell the truth.
What truth? Well, I don't know.
We don't know where
Just say that we're
looking
we're
for her,
some
man.
bloke in a car and we don't know where she is and we're hired to find her. We're old friends.
Yeah,
Old friends of her trying to find her, and she's missing.
yeah. I'll just hope it's not like this an automated security check, and I'll just send that along.
Give me the exact verbiage you're going to send.
Fuck. What did I say on the phone? I'm a friend of Lorna. She's missing. I'm looking for her. Do you have anything we could, we need to talk or something?
We need to meet. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Anton, give me a persuasion.
All right. Be good. We'll laugh.
First roll of the night.
Let's do it.
Ooh.
No.
Critical failure.
Yeah.
Ah,
So, for those of you new to Savage Worlds out there, typically you can use a Benny to re-roll something unless it's a critical failure. Critical failures are like a failure in any other TTRPG system, they end badly. You wait for a minute and you get nothing back.
well, looks like we burned that contact.
I don't know. Try it again. Maybe it didn't go through.
I have an nasty suspicion that this is going to be a one-time thing, boys. Just,
Yeah.
you know.
It's
Oh,
probably
oh,
an
oh.
automated message.
You know what you do? Put LOL JK. Works every time.
I toss the phone to him and he's like, here, you do it.
Ooh, sweet. I'd be like,
I snatched the phone from his hand and kind of skip arm him away.
man. I was gonna sweet talk him.
It's likely. This is likely from the guy who we've already known about, right? Was his name?
And I begin typing like,
Sage.
we're one of her friends. We are her friends. She's gone missing. We can't find her. Please help. Send.
Okay. Give me a persuasion.
Fuck.
Maybe you should just give it to the guy who has persuasion. No, never mind. That's meta.
There's just a touch meta there.
Just
Yeah,
a
that's meta.
Tina.
No one can
Tina.
resist. No one can resist Jimmy Dean's sausage.
Oh god. I can't persuade. This is gonna be rough.
You have a higher
It
persuasion
could've
than
been
I
worse.
will.
You got Benny's.
Yeah, I'll use Benny. Why not?
You have 27 of them. I mean, just soak it.
Here
You
we
can be here
go.
all-
We're going
can be
him.
here-
Believe you.
Okay, using another.
Do it. I believe in you.
Hashtag leave.
God damn.
You can do it critical. You can
Give me
do
the
it.
roll. Give me the rolls as you're doing them too.
2, 2, 1.
Oh,
There it is.
Good. 5. Yes.
GG.
What was the roll, Zero?
7 minus 2 for a 5 total.
Okay.
By the way, I appear to be both Xero and David Greyson on the overlay right now. I am cloning myself.
Oh, you
what?
are.
Oh, yeah, you are.
Oh, wow.
Loken.
Give me 1
Virus
second.
come.
David,
assimilation complete.
I love you, but could you please get out of my lap?
Trust me, this is not me.
He's Agent Smith. Kill him now.
I am multiplying. We are legion, for we are many.
he is the lizard aliens. Get him.
Is this where we struggle?
Oh,
For
wow.
those of you in podcast land, the overlays are rather broken, and I seem to appear to be in Zero's and my overlay box.
Get the flavor.
So Discord has been playing havoc with us for the last couple weeks because they've been making so many changes and updates in the way the things save, and then after that they're getting pounded because everybody's using Discord right now because they up their what's it called, their server or their conference call limit, so everybody's using them as a free resource. So I think that looks a little better. I think
There we go.
Zero, you're looking more yourself.
Yay.
You look like you had lacked some muscle mass for a little bit, but I think
Hey.
you're better now.
Ow, that's cruel.
That's right, Mike. We got him on a routine.
There we
We'll get
go.
it going, baby. It's right here.
There we
Right
go.
here,
You want
22.
You need some aloe for that burn.
Wow. All right.
You're all dead. I'm gonna kill you all.
You could probably.
There's no hope for me. I'm just using it up while I have it.
All right. So you guys get a text message back that says, "Who are you exactly?"
Answer honestly, gentlemen. That's my
I will
suggestion.
take it. I will just pass it back and forth. I'm just gonna grab it if I see that. I'm like, let's give it to me.
Yeah, he just reads out and you're like, give me that.
Give me
Yes,
that.
give it to James.
And
Let
I
James
give the
take it.
exact names, full names.
Ooh.
Zero, David Greyson, Anton Varikov,
Oh my fucking god.
James Dunn. I'm doing all of it.
Hey, man, why don't we give out our socials just in case?
What's your social, Jesse?
Give him my social security number as well, you know. Tell my address.
5.
Jesse Reigns 5.
I think there's a Q in there somewhere.
Niner.
Wow.
I don't know, man.
I type in the full names and I say, she's missing. We need to find her. There's no time for games.
All right. Give me a persuasion with that, please.
Critical failure. Critical failure.
We're
1.
screwed.
So much for that meta.
TPK.
The phone explodes and you all die.
An orbital beam comes down from the heavens and it destroys the city block.
Power armor drops into the apartment. However, it's being wielded by a xenomorph.
That's okay. That's fine. I can shoot the xenomorph. It's great. I'll have the power armor. Sorry.
The phone fizzles, and all of a sudden, as you watch, you get a little puff of smoke coming up from the phone, and you can smell the fried circuitry in the phone.
So the second it puffs of smoke, I'm panicking and I throw it out the window.
I catch the phone in my hand and I just go, well done. You seem to have used up our one contact, before just dropping it on the floor with a sort of disgruntled look on my face.
Let this be a lesson to you all. Just hand the phone to Jesse. I asked. This is what happened. This is karma. You took it from my hand without even asking.
Jesse, look at me. Look at me.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I'm going to throw you out a window.
Hey, man, you can't throw me out of my.
I'm going to throw you out a window.
Hey guys, this isn't helpful. We need to figure out. Lorna's still missing. We need to figure out what's going on. We've chased down 2 of our leads. What's the last lead? Is it this?
What are we supposed to talk to some like reporter dude or some stuff?
Yeah, it was like Peter Sage was the reporter, right?
So
and her ex, man. We have to look up the disgruntled ex.
Listen, we can take down the disgruntled ex when we want to, because I'm gonna have some words. I'm sure all of us will have some words with the dude who fucked with Lorna. But
I'm throwing him out a window.
Do we even know who the hell Scorpio Sage is, man? How the hell would we find him?
Wasn't he a reporter?
That's correct.
I believe he was, yes.
So he's probably written some articles. He probably works for some group at least.
And you do know
I
that.
don't read.
So I just want to clarify something too. You guys do know that the contact that through that phone was Peter Sage, but the way that you were contacting him was a secure channel between him and Lorna. So you think that, I mean, there could be a possibility of finding this person as well, and reaching out to him in legitimate form, but that was their secure method of communication.
Dave, I'm gonna look down at the phone and pick it up and sort of just turn it over my hands and then put it in one of my pockets. Just keep it for later. Never know, might come in handy.
Okay. So what are you guys gonna do at this point?
Yeah, man, where are we driving? I mean, or where am I driving? Are we just gonna try to call this guy up and head on over, see if we can make an appointment?
Let's see if we can make an appointment and see if we can get a opportunity to talk to this gentleman face to face.
Mike, what time of day is it? Like, roughly?
It's an afternoon time sometime.
Okay.
So do we know where he actually is located? Like, does he work for like a religious? Sorry, go on.
I don't think we've actually looked him up yet. We just heard about him. We know that he was a reporter, but that's about it.
Okay.
So
I'd like to do a quick sort of like quote unquote Google search to see if I can find anything about him and where he might currently be located.
Okay. All right.
So that would be a common knowledge check, yeah?
Right.
Okay, cool. And rolling. I roll a 5.
Okay. So you're basically trying to figure out some of the some information about maybe where to get in touch with them, or
Yeah, so I'm just gonna look him up, see if I can find any details, maybe where he might be employed or currently is working, like an office or like a journalist outlet, something. Just any information I can use to try and track him down or call him, set up a meeting, basically.
Okay. I'm looking it up because the window closed as you guys were starting to ask. He works at a data feed. And a data feed is kind of like it's like a newspaper. It's everything goes out in this world. Everything goes out through, the HoloNet, and so the reporters are typically. I mean, it doesn't go out in print format anymore. So, I'm just trying to look up which one it is. I love when Fantasy Ground closes stuff and then you can't find it. I will get you the name, but it's something it's readily known information on the net. It's something that you can. And an example for this world, if you wanted to get in touch with a local reporter, you would Google the radio station, the station, and look for an email address for the person. So, it's like ssage at datafeed.com.
Okay, so I'm going to basically pull the information from my Nexus, and I'm going to say, hey guys, I've got I think I've got a hit on where this guy might be headed. I'm going to sort of forward the information over to Jesse here and say, hey, can you get us here? How long will it take to get us here?
It will take blankety blank, however long.
It'll take you like a 20 minutes, half hour to get there.
Okay. All right, gentlemen, I think we've got our next port of call then. Let's shall we head back out to the to Bessie and let's see if we can get over there. In the meantime, James, would you be so kind as to potentially call him up and see if we can set up an appointment? Or send an email?
Were you asking? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Are you asking Jesse or me?
No, I said James. James, is there any chance is there any chance you can send an email or someone get in contact with this guy? You are the charming one after all.
I have the contact information. You have the contact information you found, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna basically flick it over from my Nexus to him and
all right. So
I think David would want Jesse to do anything.
I'm going to call
You can drive.
I'm gonna try to call him through the contact information first while you're driving.
Yeah, that's basically the idea.
You're calling Scorpio? Okay.
Yeah.
It rings, and then it goes to beep, beep, beep. Scorpio Sage is not available at the moment. Please leave a message.
Okay. Go. My name's James Dunn. We've had a conversation before, but we have a mutual acquaintance who's been missing for a while. We've grew up with her, and we're trying to find her. We need to talk. We're heading towards a location that we think you'd be at right now. We're trying. We don't want to have to. We don't want to have to try and chase you down. We just want to talk, and your life could be in danger.
Okay.
And I also when I'll end up with saying, "Oh, your life will be in danger," and I'll mention what was his name, the demon.
Bagel.
Oh.
But Bagel, yeah.
Baal.
Baal. And I'll be like, we're afraid it might have something to do with a cult of Baal. Call it and turn it off.
Okay.
I'll look over to James and go, are you sure it was wise to give him that much information? And let him know that we're coming?
Yeah, because if he doesn't know we're coming, he's going to think that we're the people who kidnapped her, and he's going to try to run. Or he's going to try to run. He's already running. Either way, there's no point in not giving him that amount of information.
I'll shrug at that in response to that and go, all right, fair enough.
He's paranoid enough to have a burner phone. I mean,
true, I guess, but me being a paranoid individual myself, I'll be running for the hills right about now. But hey, we'll see what happens. Maybe he's
then
not
the call
quite
wouldn't have changed anything.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
All right, I will do my repair check to get Bessie going.
All right, let's see it.
Aha! Whoa! 14. That is a 14.
So you got 2 raises for the next 2 times. You do not have to roll your repair check to get your car going. For those For those who are new to the channel, Jesse Rains has a car that is unique, and he needs to get it going every single time. So, what are you guys going to do after that? Where are you headed?
I am driving to the location David told me, which was whatever he found for the reporter's location.
Okay.
And on the way over, I'm gonna lift up the like my little armrest in the middle, pull out a beer, pop it, look over at Protein Check, and be like, "Hey man, you want one?"
Meh. Take it. Take a sip.
Yeah. Start drinking myself, and then continue on our way.
James, your Nexus starts to ring.
I pick it up. James Dunn. Dr. James Dunn.
I like how you corrected that.
Dr. James Dunn.
Doc, I earned my doctorate in this
Dr.
world.
James Dunn, MD.
Yes. Esquire.
The third.
Yes. Mad at large. What's up?
She's missing.
Yeah.
She hasn't got back to me. Who are you guys?
We're her friends. We grew up with her.
You're her friends. Sure. Everybody says they're Jericho Rose friends. She's up and coming again, and suddenly everybody is her friend.
We grew up with her. My friend over here, and I kind of showed the Nexus towards Protein Shake. He beat me in the face because of her back in high school. Trust me, we grew up in this place.
She kissed me.
She did kiss him.
You've got 30 seconds to convince me why I should meet up with you.
Do you remember the rat when what happened at the rat?
Yes.
We were there. She invited us there. You can call her agent or her manager and confirm this.
That controlling prick. I mean, come on. Give me a persuasion roll, James.
Okay. Ooh,
Oh,
10.
there it is.
10.
I did repair, but it's the same as persuasion.
It's the same modifier. Okay. You're repairing this
conversation.
Okay.
Where are you right now?
We're on the way there to where we think you.
No. Don't go there.
Okay.
1 hour at Da Vinci's.
Gotcha.
No guns, no weapons. 1 hour at Da Vinci's.
1 hour at Da Vinci's. You want one of us to come in alone? Because I'm not going to go in alone. This whole thing going on.
Two of you, please.
To us. Okay.
And then it cuts out, and the Nexus drops down your wrist and it disappears.
I immediately
I look
start
at
looking at where
everyone.
Da Vinci's is.
Yeah, I look around and go, y'all got that, right?
Yep, heard it loud and clear,
Okay.
buddy.
David, you're
So,
coming with me to talk to this guy, because
But he
said-
told me no
You
guns.
said no weapons. You probably want me instead.
well, David's also more paranoid. But you can come. It could be you there, Protein Shake. That'll be fine.
I'll look over at Xero and say, you better CQB than I am with hand to hand.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, it's probably best. And I'll look over at James. Say it's probably better he goes with you. I was always handy with a gun, but I never quite got the flow when it came to hand like he did.
Also, I look at David. This is an ambush.
Oh, for sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
gonna be
absolutely
an
ambush. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, I will absolutely cover you from outside. I might not be able to use a gun inside, but there's anything about outside.
See, Doc, what David isn't telling you is that hole into the neighbor's wall, into the neighbor's apartment. We didn't originally put that there on purpose. That was when we threw one of our old roommates through the wall. And by we, I mean me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he made a nice crunch sound too.
You did it to one of your old roommates. It wasn't Jesse.
Yes, he was more annoying.
How annoying could this person be if you don't even throw Jesse through walls?
I'm just gonna look at the car floor at this point, as I'm just like again just gonna like idly looking through and just go, annoying enough to no longer be with us.
I don't want to know where the body is. That's all I'm gonna say.
So I'm looking up Da Vinci's, and do I need to roll a common knowledge, or can I just like assume we can find it?
Give me a common knowledge.
Okay, good common knowledge. We hit with a 8.
David, you know Da Vinci's is an upscale place. I know that's a relative term in the environment that you're in. However, No weapons allowed through the door. You essentially have a credit check every just to get through the door into the restaurant. It's very similar in regards to Sinferno, in the fact that it's a very discerning client. One thing you know, David, based on your training and what you know about this world, is a lot of the people in better off positions in the different boroughs in Boston come down here to do the dirty work in there because it's just nobody cares. You know what I mean?
That's
Like
where the wet work gets done.
Yeah, nobody
away
cares.
from prying eyes.
Right, exactly. It's like that hiding in plain sight down in the shitty area. So, the place is it's very high class. It's so
can I assume that it'll be well defended as well?
Absolutely. Yep. So it's kind of funny because this place is this really high-end restaurant, but the outside of it, it's kind of like a speakeasy. The outside of it looks like a rundown factory. You've never been inside it, and there's no pictures of it inside of it. But you've heard it's a super high-end restaurant with that like speakeasy atmosphere because it's like hiding in plain sight.
Okay.
And it's on the.
You told me there are no pictures inside. That was the next thing I was going to ask.
Yeah. So it's on the west side, kind of down by the docks, almost where you needed that drop.
Okay.
So it's on that side of town. It's the perfect environment to hide in plain sight.
All right. So I'm going to relay the information off to the rest of the guys. Just basically say, all right, lads, I think I got a hit. It's one of those high-end places. It's similar to this Inferno place we were at before. So you know how it is. Auto turrets, nice bouncers, good guns, the whole lot. It's actually quite close to where we were before with the drop. So I'll forward the information over to Jesse. What do you make of this? How long do you reckon it'll take us to get here?
That's basically that was the opposite way we were going, right, Mike?
Right. You think like 40 minutes to an hour.
It's gonna take
if
like about
traffic's
double the
good.
time now. We lost a lot of time if we're gonna try to get there. He said 1 hour. Yeah, we need to
Yeah, he
leave
said
now.
1 hour.
Yeah, you probably leave now. Okay, hold on. And I pull a 360 in the middle of the road.
I was going to get
put
thrown to
my
one
hand-
side.
Yeah, like grab the OS, the shit handles, and just like.
Hey, Mike, can I roll a Streetrise roll to see if I know the usual crowd, the underground guys that I might know that are involved in that place, or
Sure.
even the names that I might know?
As in run it or as in would frequent?
Both.
Yep. Let me see one.
That's a 4.
Okay. You don't think this place has any ties to organized crime? You just think that they cater to a discerning clientele there, but you don't think it's tied into any crime at this point.
Okay.
However, some of the people that might hang out there, they might have ties around the city. You know what I mean? Like you based on what you've heard down in the precinct, you know, there's unsavory characters in there, but you also see like city politicians in there, you know, enjoying themselves with a meal. You know, it's
Okay.
it's more of a. I mean, the money is the one thing, right? To get in there and to be able to afford the food, but status really presents you there.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. So at that point, I think we're going to be headed toward the new location. I think, unless there's anything else anyone wants to do.
So since Jesse pulled the 360, you guys are still heading in the same direction that you were going.
I thought that was 360.
Hey, man. Wait, does it?
180, my man. 180. To go the opposite direction is 180.
Oh shit! Oh yeah. And flipper.
I'm going to throw it out again. Ow! Second time.
And I just do it another time. This time, like when I get around to to go the other direction, it's a really hard hit because you have to remember I did it. Oh, here. It's like really hard on the correction to get back towards the other direction.
Give me a driving check.
Oh, God. I will shoot him one of these days.
That is an 11.
Jesse
But
It
expertly.
goes to 11.
Jesse expertly, recovers from and at the halt during the 360, aims his car down the street, pins it, and just takes off with a little bit of style associated with it. You know, it's not just a good maneuver. He's got his arm up on the headrest, and he's looking back at you guys as he does it, and then he just kind of takes a puff off his cigarette and puts his hand on the wheel and just rips forward.
Hey guys, look, I can do it with no eyes. Woo! And then
I'm just gonna say this out of character. Jesse Rain should be the next main character in the Fast and the Furious franchise. That's all I'm saying. Fast and the Furious Cyberpunk edition.
Guys, if that happens, I'm suing. We're gonna be rich, all of us.
I start blaring "Bat Out of Hell" as we start like blaring down the road.
Oh my lord.
Remove disc has granted Jesse a Benny for that expert 540, 360 plus 180.
We're gonna go 1080 later.
All right.
We're going for Jesus.
All right. So you guys start heading in that direction, and you make your way across town. Unless you guys want to do anything significant on the way over there, you arrive uneventfully. There's a little bit of traffic. You guys fight through it. There's always traffic in this city. You know what I mean? It's a terrible fucking place. But you guys make your way over there, and you pull up in front of this like ratty looking warehouse, and there's no signs. There's no, there's nothing that's advertising that this is a high class establishment. Maybe except for the guy standing out front of it in what looks to be, a very, very nice suit. He's standing there. He's about 5'10", built like a brick shit house, and no visible Augs to you at this point, though. He stands in front of a door. The door, it's a double door, but it's the old style, like pocket doors. So you pull it to the side, and it goes into the wall rather than like swings in and out. And they're about 15 to 20 feet tall, and they appear to be solid metal.
Okay. Before we arrive, I'm just gonna lean over to Xero and say, "Hey mate, did you pack your rifle and all?" Xero.
I think he did.
Xero.
Protein shake.
Can he not? He was having audio issues last night, so I wonder if he can hear you.
I don't think so.
All right, sorry. Try it again.
There it goes.
There we go. I'm gonna lean over to Xero and say, "Hey mate, did you pack your rifle at all?"
See?
I don't suppose you mind if I borrow it, do you?
Whether you take care, no?
Oh, I'll take care of it like it's my own. Okay. So before we arrive, I would like to suggest, and I'm going to ask if this is within the remits of the rules, if I can hop out with the rifle and set myself up across the road on top of near a roof of some description, so I can get.
The second you try to hop out for the rifle, James would be like, "There's a guard right there. This is a high class establishment."
No. This is why I'm doing it before, so I can make my own way clandestinely.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to just provide some overwatch. That's all. Is that within the remits of what I can do, or is that a little too much?
Let me look at the neighborhood and think about, because realistically, even in a world like this, gaining access to a building with a rifle out in the open is going to be pretty noticeable. And then you would have to get through the security system of the building.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if there are any like abandoned warehouses or buildings that aren't I can scrabble across or atop of, or something along those lines, like a service ladder.
Roll a d20 and before you do so, tell me high or low.
I'm gonna go high because
Okay.
I'm feeling lucky. And I roll a 19. Oh
Okay.
yes.
Okay, let me get a map for you. Alrighty.
We just switched roles.
Let me find an appropriate map to use for the situation. All right, we'll use this map. I got a map for you guys to use. Let me set this up so that the community can see what's going on. And we will do this. I'll share this with you. Oh, I got to mask it first. Enable mask. All right, so now I'm going to share this with you guys, and we're going to kick it over to so that the chat can see it. All right, so I'm sharing with that. So I'm going to open up an area where you guys can currently see. You guys pull up to the restaurant. Bear with me. And you're able to see in the street in front of it, and across the street from it is a building. Like I said, I just got to open this up. Let me just open it up a little bit more. So, David, as you directly across the street from there is an abandoned building. So I'm going to point at it. It looks to be a 2 to 3 story building.
Okay.
And the building that you're looking at right now is a 2-story building. Where you guys are presuming the Da Vinci's is, where the guard is. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
So let me open it up a little bit more. As soon as I open this up, I want to get an understanding of how you're going to gain access. Are you going solo, or how are you going to do this?
So my intent and plan is to solo head up the so Xero and James are heading in.
Okay.
Anton and Jesse are going to do what Anton and Jesse are going to do. I'm going to leave that up to them, obviously. And my plan was to pop out before we arrived and gain access to this abandoned building across the road.
Okay.
And in as inconspicuous a manner as possible.
Okay.
And basically, I'd like to just keep an eye on them. I don't intend to use the rifle if I can avoid it, obviously, but I just want to use the scope to just keep an eye on things.
Okay.
And give them some overwatch in case anything goes down.
Okay, so we're gonna rewind a little bit as you guys are moving north up the street. Jesse's looking at his map and he's looking down and he's like, okay, it's right up here. We're gonna come up here, take a right, and it should be right there on the other side of the street. So at that point, I would assume, David, you would jump out of the building. So you're like a block. You're behind the block with the building that is facing Da Vinci's. So.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna split this into two parts. Okay. So I'm gonna start with David Greyson. I'm gonna give a little description. So the building you're looking at that you jumped out behind does look abandoned. It's kind of it looks kind of treacherous. There's like some chunks of the walls are broken out and there's exposed rebar and concrete. But and it very obviously smells like hobo pee. You know what I mean? It's it's obviously it's a flop house for vagrants and stuff like that. And I can imagine, you guys can imagine how fun Da Vinci's finds that. As you look around, David, you can there's broken out windows, doors are like kicked in, and it looks to be it's a crack shack. So
okay. So what I'll have done is basically whilst Jesse had pulled over to let me out, I'll pop the trunk quickly, grab the rifle bag, slung it over my shoulder, and obviously I'll be standing here looking at this environment. I'd like to try and see if there are any external service ladders I can use to try and avoid going in the building altogether, so I can circumnavigate any individuals that might be inside. So would I need to do a notice check for that?
Yes, give me a notice check, please.
Okie dokie. I roll a 9.
Okay, you do see a ladder. It goes partially up the building, and it goes to when you think about one of the typical building like this, it goes up to a fire escape, right?
Yeah.
So you go up to as you look up the building, sections of the fire escape on the way up are rusted out or broken or not there. You think you think you might be able to make your way through, but it's going to be treacherous. So,
okay. So could I make it up halfway without it being treacherous? Is the whole thing treacherous? Like it's all just rusty and
it's nasty. it's
nasty. All right.
But you don't think it's not a doable situation. So
Okay, I'd like to attempt to use that ladder then to gain clandestine entry to the roof of this building.
Okay,
using the fire
so
escapes.
what I'm going to ask you to do is give me four athletic checks, please, on the way up there.
Okay. All right. So do you want me to just roll them in one after the other? Yes.
Yep. And
Okay,
you,
so-
I did just award you a Benny from.
Oh, thank you.
From safety Seth plays.
Oh, good, because I'm probably going to need a few. So I don't die doing this. Okay, right. Athletics check the first. Hit a 7 for the first one.
So David, as you run up to the building, you stuff the, you sling the rifle on your back and you jump up and you're able to catch the bottom of the ladder. It's about 6 to 8 feet up, and you pull yourself up onto that on those first couple rings, and you start making your way up to the first landing.
Okay, I'm gonna grunt in the process. Go, oh God, it's just like basic training again. Right. So here's the second. We hit with an 8.
Wow. So as you get up to the the landing, and you're about, you're kind of catching your breath as you pull yourself up. You survey the scene. You look, and there's about a 6-foot gap on the in the landing between yourself and the next ladder. You set your teeth. You look at it, and you think to yourself, I've done a lot worse than this. You run over and you jump out over the thing. Your feet hit solid ground on the other side. You grab the rung of the ladder and pull yourself into the ladder. As you do so, the ground creaks, and the sounds of screeching metal ring out, but you feel pretty secure at this point.
Okay, so I'll then move to try and go up the next ladder. So here's my third roll, which hits with an 11.
All right.
Damn.
As you start pulling yourself up to the second and the last platform to get up, you're climbing up this ladder, and as you're doing so, the ladder pulls free from the side of the building. But you, in a pretty athletic move, swing with your one arm and throw your right arm up onto the landing, the top rung up there, as the ladder drops to the ground in front of you, and you pull yourself up with a puff.
Okay, and I'm going to look visibly down and go, oh, God, why did I decide to do this? I should have just stalked through the building, and then I'll take the final roll, which hits with a 5.
All right. So at this point, you have to jump up about 6 feet. Your hands, they grab the lip of the roof, and it's there's a little bit of gravel up there, but you're able to pull yourself up onto the roof. So I am gonna give you a pointer right here. I can't move that pointer. I can't move that. I'm not sure what just happened. All right, I gotta clear the pointers, and I gotta give you a new one.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't ever say I don't give you action.
So you are like right at the southernmost point of the you're within 5-10. You pulled yourself over the lip, and you're standing there. And with that, we're gonna jump over to the other party members in the car right now.
Real quick, can I sort of do a similar thing but go through the building instead?
Sure.
Everyone's just leaving me alone.
So he starts going off on his own, and I'm just like, I'll go after him.
But you want to go through the building?
Yeah, so I see him start climbing up this grimy ass ladder, and I just look at the side door and just access my tap, try and get in.
Nice.
There is no locking mechanism on the door. There's no from what you can see, Anton, there is no I mean, the doors are all kicked in, the windows are all kicked in. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's that type of thing. So.
All right, I was about. All right, yeah, I'll just walk inside then.
Okay.
Did David just do this big hardcore parkour thing to the top of the roof, so
Yeah,
you could get access to the building? And Ant just was like, push,
Yep. It's just
I did it knowingly because I didn't want to attract any of the ne'er do wells inside. I wanted to be as quiet as possible.
It's just that scene in Johnny English where the dude jumps over the edge, starts climbing down the scaffolding, he just looks to his left and takes the elevator. But yeah, I'll just walk inside and just try and find a stairwell up.
Anton, as the door swings open and the light from outside, filters in there, the smell of urine assaults you with almost like a physical force. It's so bad in there. You look down, you're on the base floor of this building, and you look around. There's various pieces of furniture in all kinds of decaying state. When I say furniture, I mean like 3 cushions left, or like 1 cushion left on a couch, the frame of it. There's like buckets overturned, you know what I mean? Where people are sitting around. And as you look around inside, the hollow eyes of a, what you can only give me a perception. I'm sorry, a notice roll.
Notice.
I play so much Pathfinder, I always say perception.
Once it's in there, it's always in there.
16.
Okay. So you close one of your eyes, and actually 2 ravens alight on your shoulders, called Hugin and Mugen, and you can see everything. Just kidding.
They're my AI sprites.
They are.
They
are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you look around the room, and Anton, you look around, and you're like, so what rings to you is the fact that you've seen addiction. You've seen like alcoholics in the neighborhood. You're well aware. Your best friend has experimented with a lot of drugs, and you've seen the effects. These are the long-term effects of people at the bottom of the barrel. They've sunk as pretty much as low as I can. And when you enter the building, your clothes are fine to them. You look like out of place, in comparison to how low on the total poll they are. It arouses some suspicion, and a couple of them stir and look at you, and that you see them nodding to themselves or nodding at other people in the room. And off to your right is a stairwell to go up to the next floor. And there's graffiti everywhere in there, and that's currently what you're looking at.
Just sort of give them a wave and walk up the stairwell.
Okay. As you ascend to the second floor, you get up in there. It's pretty similar. Like there's almost nothing up here. There's like, you see the moonlight coming down through holes through. You're on the second floor, and there's the third floor building, but you see like holes up to the third floor, and then all the way out to the roof with sunlight coming down into them. And the smell is just as bad up here. As you look around on the floor, you think this might have at one point been like an office building. So there's like what's the remains of cubicles in there. But what you see now is like the possessions or the meager possessions of homeless as they try to find their little, they take over like a 4x6 foot cubicle as their home. There's currently nobody on this floor.
Yeah, we'll just keep going up to the roof. If the smell is literally this bad, I'll probably light a cigarette.
Okay.
And just start walking up.
Okay. You make your way to the third floor, and as you get to the third floor, you look over and you see there's an access ladder that at one point was in a closet, but the closet, all the sheetrock and the framing around the closet has been ripped out. So you're looking through bare studs, and you see a metal rusty ladder going up to the roof. There's water on the floor from previous rainstorms, and the building is like gutted and rotted out.
Yeah, just keep going up, keep trying to ignore everyone as much as possible, and just go straight to the ladder.
All right, so as you climb to the top of the ladder, we're gonna pop over to Xero, James Dunn, and David Greyson. I'm sorry, Xero, James Dunn, and Jesse, and see what they're doing.
I'm just driving Miss Daisy up to the front of the restaurant to drop them off.
Okay. So as you guys had stopped, Anton and David Greyson had jumped out of the car and went to do their thing. Jesse, you pull up, you take a right around this block and you pull up in front of the, are you pulling up like right in front of Da Vinci's or?
Unless someone says otherwise, yeah, I just drop them off right at the door.
All right. So James, Dunn, and Xero. Jesse brings you right up in front of the gentleman standing outside, and what are y'all gonna do?
I look over at Jesse and I go, "Keep her warmed up. I still don't have a good feeling about this. Protein,
No problema, mijo. Let's go.
you good? We gonna do this? All right. Remember, this guy's paranoid. The lizard aliens are after him too, so we'll be okay. We just gotta make sure that he understands this as well.
Let's do it.
All right. So step out, kind of dust off a little bit, and kind of close the door, and walk up to the guy and clear my throat. Go, excuse me. We're here to meet a friend.
You guys are here to meet a friend? I think you might be a little lost.
No, I don't think so. This is where he told us to meet him. It was a very quick meeting. We couldn't get properly dressed. His name is Scorpio Sage.
Ah, that rat. All right, present your nexuses. I'm gonna need a 500 credit deposit. It'll be returned when you exit this building, provided you don't steal anything. Looking at the and he just looks back and forth at both of you and with contempt.
I look shocked, and I kind of hold myself and go, "Sir, I'm a doctor. Why would I steal anything from a restaurant?"
I don't care who you are. You're obviously fives. Shut up. You either pay the money or you don't get in.
Wait, is this 5? I thought this was 4 territory.
4. I'm sorry, 4.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Like, so you call those 5s? I would just been like, protein.
He's insulting you.
I have to break someone's face now.
Protein shake smash.
4s. It's fine, and I display my Nexus and flip him the 500 credits. I have
Xero?
it, so
I flip in my Nexus, but I don't have 500.
do you say that?
I
do you-
say that quietly to you, Doc.
And I flip him another 500. So that's for both of us.
All right. When you go in, see the maitre d' and get a coat. I can't believe I'm letting you in. And he just kind of walks away in utter disgust at you.
2s.
Hey, Doc, what's wrong with my coat?
It's a 2 thing. Don't worry about it.
It's a 2. What? Did you just call him a piece of... Never mind.
No, but yes, but no. I like that Contra.
As you guys walk
Sorry.
up to the doors, the giant metal doors, they separate in the middle and they slide into the wall, and you walk in. You walk into essentially what's called the man trap. So the doors in front of you do not open into the doors in back of you slide shut. As the doors behind you slide shut, the doors in front of you open up, and you are greeted by the smell of garlic, which is a rarity in this world. The smell of fine, non-synthetic food wafts out from inside the restaurant. Very nice lighting. The floors are all Italian tile. And as you walk in, you see plants around you, which again is another rarity in this world. On the screens, there's hollow projections all around the room, and playing the latest BattleBots up at Fenway. There's flowing scenes of like countrysides, and it's all. It's a very fine establishment, and as you walk in, you walk up to the maitre d' stand, and he just kind of wrinkles his nose in disgust at you and says, "I assume you'll need a house jacket."
Yes, sir. We didn't bring bring our own. Do you have one for my well-endowed friend here?
I'll see what I can do. And
Thank you, my man.
he walks over to the closet, comes back, and throws two he holds up a coat to you, James, and he's like, this should fit. And he looks at Xero and he 1 second. So he walks out and he comes back with a old school like long tails coat. And unfortunately, sir, this is the only thing we have that's big enough for you. It's pretty. It's like a tuxedo top, long old tail style.
I turn to Xero and go, don't rip it. It's probably worth more than you actually owe.
I take it and I slide on and I go, oye, papa, look, I could go out and do some salsa and some bachata. You want to come to the club with me?
No, just don't do that. Don't draw attention. Don't stop acting like that.
Lay it back. It's okay. We got it.
I apologize for my bodyguard. This is probably the richest thing he's ever worn.
And he kind of coughs and looks at you and goes to hold out his Nexus.
I flip him. Let me see how many credits actually. Crap.
Rain.
I flip him. I think I have like 100 left. I flip him 50 credits.
Okay, so his demeanor, he looks a little surprised at that, James. But it's quickly replaced by a sneer, and he walks away.
Gosh, you just can't even help the tip the help anymore.
All right, so
I can make him say he's sorry.
No. They probably have cybernetic lizard aliens here, which will turn us into chum. We're in the belly of the beast right now, man.
All right. So when you walk into the room, you see the face of the person that was on the Nexus, James. He's sitting at a table alone. He's wearing dark shades and a black suit, and from here it looks like he's eating some cheese stuffed ravioli. And what do you guys do?
I walk up slowly to him and try to make eye contact. I don't want to spook him or anything.
As he sees you walking over, he takes out a very fine napkin, wipes his face off, and waits for you to approach the table.
Okay. Once he sees us, I walk up close to him and I sit down, not saying a word. And then once Xero sit down and look around, and I'm going to double check to make sure who's around us right now.
Give me a notice roll.
Okay. A 7.
You think there's a lot of well-to-do patrons. So this place usually can seat about what you think about 40 people. There's probably 10 to 15 tables in there right now that have people at them. As you look around, you see some pretty well-to-do people, just by judging by the clothes and the way they casually ordering food, and it's it smells like credits in here.
Okay. Much like he did, I'm not looking for people though. I'm looking for exit routes with a notice roll.
Okay.
I want to know emergency exits immediately. Oh, with a 2. Yeah, we'll Benny.
Don't worry, you have a little bit of bennies. You'll be fine.
Oh, not that one though.
Critical failure.
That one.
Gunner, you. I'm sorry, I said Gunner. Xero. Xero, you only see you think it's odd, but you only see the exit, the entry and the exit you came in through. Okay. Other than that, you don't see anything else.
Okay.
So
right.
As you guys sit down at the table, he opens his mouth and he says, "Every once in a while, I walk among the blind. It reminds me what they say about the man with one eye. And this ravioli reminds me of what I eat at home, except it costs about $100 less and comes out of a can." And with that, we're going to take a quick break. So guys, we generally like to take a break right around now, for about 5 to 10 minutes to give the cast the chance to run to the restroom, stretch their legs, that kind of thing. So hang out for a couple minutes, and we'll see you back, and we'll continue the saga of Neural Nexus Zero. All right, guys, thank you for bearing with us. We're coming back from that break. Let's go here. So, guys, like I said, we like to take that break in the middle of the show to break it up, stretch our legs for a second, and just break it up for a couple minutes. The one thing I forgot to mention at the top of the hour was that Jesse Rains is our own Jesse Rains, Atomic Zero, is going to be doing a one-shot on the channel coming up. Tentatively on the 26th. Tentatively. All right. So we have decided, Orcus86, who's a longtime member of our community, was talking to us about charity work coming up and opportunities to do so. There's a lot of first responders out there, nurses, a lot of people who are on the front lines right now that don't have the protective gear that they need to do their job. So we have decided to turn that one shot into a charity fundraiser. We're trying to reach out and find the best charity, the way we can donate that money so it goes directly to somebody, a first responder, a nurse, an EMT, a firefighter, somebody who's in direct contact that doesn't have the resources they need to do the job right now. So we are going to be, it's going to be on a Friday. I think the 26th is a Friday. I'm not sure what time we're going to start, but we have a wonderful cast for that. And we're going to raise money for a good time. So keep that on your schedule. More details to come. I'm excited. I like doing charity work. I really, really, really like doing charity work. So I hopefully can raise some money for people who are forced to be out there in the world right now.
Yeah, Mike actually gets to be a player in it too.
I do.
So who's the cast playing?
What's up?
Who's the cast playing? Do we have it all locked in?
Yeah, so Jesse's gonna run it. Atomic Zero's gonna run it. I'm playing. Amanda's playing. Dice Barbarian's playing. Midnight Zion, was that Jesse, give me the roll call.
And Doc.
And Doc. That's right.
Very cool.
Very
nice.
cool. Yeah. So we're gonna so what it is we got reached out to by a company who wanted us to do a review on their 5e variant. So they have a 5th edition world that they're introducing, and they're publishing it. So that night, the publishers are going to be joining us for Q&A in the channel as well. And Atomic is working on setting all that up, and so we're going to play that system, and we're going to play a one shot. So which is more content on the channel. So 5e. I don't have much experience with 5e, and I'd really like to play it more. The only thing I ever did was a one shot, like a 6-7 hour one shot. So I'm excited about that.
It's simple and fun.
Yeah.
The whole point of 5e is it's easy to learn, and it generally lends itself far more to story. I feel like if you want to play like the strategy game, you play like 3.5 and you play Pathfinder. But if you want to like just play story and not worry too much about combat, but still have combat in it, 5e is the way to go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You'll enjoy it.
I think
You
I
damn
will.
will. Yeah.
I mean, at its core, it's playing games with cool people. How can it go bad? You know what I mean? So.
Amen.
All right, guys.
Except for that Doc guy.
Except for that Doc guy.
Yeah. He's a real ass.
We should replace him, Jesse, with a shrub.
We could. That actually worked out.
I just disappeared.
All right, guys, we're coming back to the story. When we left off the break, David Greyson and Anton had skillfully
That's the wrong color of green.
it's the wrong color of green. It's not going to work. Had skillfully infiltrated an abandoned building. Meanwhile, Jesse, the wheelman, was outside, and James Dunn and Xero had gained access to the club to go have a discussion with Scorpio on Jericho Rose. So when we left off, Scorpio had said, every once in a while I walk among the blind. It reminds me what they say about the man with the one eye. And this ravioli reminds me of what I eat at home, except it costs about $100 less and comes out of a can.
I don't really eat at these kind of places. They're always overpriced.
They are. How'd you get my information?
A friend of mine is very good at acquiring information. We were hired by the manager of Jericho Rose to find her. We're friends of hers. That's why he reached out to us.
So where do I come into play?
We found correspondence with you and her about some other aspects. We haven't really looked over all of them, but your name was in that list.
Listen. You know, you have your questions, but they're missing the point. The real issue here, I have a pepita stuck in the back of my throat, and I'm trying to get it out in a diplomatic manner.
Swallow it there, Mr. Reporter Man. Take a deep breath. As a doctor, it's important to chew and swallow. That way you don't die. Okay.
Listen, the real issue here is how something like this could have happened in the first place. And I'll tell you why. Because
keep it down.
Because what used to be true about North America is no longer true. Home of the free, land of the brave. Come on, what's free anymore? Nothing. At least not in the knack. Freedom means you got nothing left to lose. And bravery? You see what happens on the streets. Some motherfucker kills some other motherfucker for his shoes, and everyone pretends nothing happened. They just keep on walking, too tied up in their own brain and afraid of their own shadows to even look up from their shoes. That's how this crap happens. That big bad god of the city looks down on all of us and reminds us that the proper petition is fear and obedience. Don't ask questions. You see what happened to this motherfucker over here? This guy over here, he asked questions. You see what happened to him? That's what's gonna happen to everyone who gets curious. Curiosity kills cats. Cats like you, like me. That's why I gotta do what I gotta do, man. I gotta ask questions. Because if I don't, I'm just another one of those slaves. I'm just one of those drones. Like all these scumbags in here.
I cut in as he's talking. I go, I get it. This is important to you. But Lorna is missing.
No.
She could be dead.
No. They think they've got it all in the palm of their hand, but they don't. They've just sold their souls to the highest bidder. Look at them. Look at them. You know why? Because it's a reminder of the hell they're going to if they ever ask where their paychecks come from. It's a reminder of the hell their workers' lives in. Minimum wage, the slave wage? Slavery never died. Hell, it's alive and well. Just look around. Look at it. Where are the masters? Where are the workers of the slaves? Just keep them watching the video, the HoloNet, so they don't notice everything going around them. The so-called American dream ain't no dream, man. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare you can't wake up from. And they hold you down and they force feed it down your throat. They maybe make you believe that one day you'll be like them. That you'll go from being a 4 to a 2 or a 1. Hell, but you're willing to listen. The lottery? You think the lottery is going to deliver you from life? Well, it ain't going to happen, man. Ain't never going to happen. They make sure of that.
What does this have to do with Lorna?
Listen.
And
She had the voice. She had the face.
Of the money.
She had the talent. People listened to her, but they shut her up fast. As soon as they heard that voice and they knew the message behind what she had, they shut her up. You'll probably find her in a dumpster somewhere, strung up and brain dead. They won't kill her. That means she just disappears. No, they have to kill her as a symbol of hope. They've got to beat it. They have to leave it on the side of the road, wrapped in duct tape and plastic for some other poor sod to find. She won't be dead, but she'll be useless. Because that's what hope is, man. That's what they want us to be, useless. You can't fight fear with hope. You've got to fight it with motherfucking fire.
Cool. We have fire, but I need Lorna. She's a good friend of both of ours. She's a good friend of our friends outside. We're worried about her. You can't fight the good fight if you're dead.
Yeah, but you're not listening to what I'm telling you, man. It's systematic of the system of what's going on with Lorna.
Okay, so who in the system has Lorna? I get what you're saying. The system is corrupt. It's going to turn on you. Freedom is a lie. We need to fight the power, or we need to overthrow the government. That's fine. I'm down with killing the lizard aliens too. Trust me, we've seen them. They put me in jail, man. I understand. Okay, the people, the shadow government that runs the whole world is trying to murder all of us. You're eating ravioli, and I just want to know where Lorna is.
I don't know. They have her. I know it's either one of the corporations or one of the people moving behind the scene. They run us like puppets. We're puppets in this world. That's all we are. That's all we are to them. Look. I may be able to point you in the direction, but I can't walk the path for you. I've got to keep underground. I gotta let them. I can't let them see my face. I can't let them know who I am. If they know who I am, the signal goes down, man. And I can't afford that. The world can't afford that. And if I give you something, they'll track you back to me. Ain't no way that's gonna happen to me, man. Ain't nobody worth that.
Don't give us anything. Just point us in the right direction. You're the last person we know who has had good conversations with her.
He looks around. Listen. You enjoy your $1 million salads now, and remember, they're all covered with the sweat of the suckers who bought that old North American dream. And he leaves to get up and walk away.
$1 million salads.
Sorry,
Salads?
My accent came out.
Salads and North American dream.
Doc, what is he talking about? Salads? I didn't even get to order my nuggets. When did we get
nuggets.
salad?
Let's get out of here. I think I'll tell him what's going on. I check the table. He leaves.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, he gets to get up. I mean, if he's getting up.
I stop him and I go, I'll enjoy those $1 million salads as long as you leave them on the table.
Sure, whatever.
Okay. Does he leave anything on the table that I've seen?
Give me a perception.
Okay.
Notice.
Notice check. I am noticing the perception. 5.
I'll roll a notice too.
There's a half plate of ravioli on the table, James Dunn. And other than that, there's the napkin that he left that he was using, and there's not much else.
I pick up the napkin and take a look at it real quickly.
Okay. It's a used napkin by him. So
is there nothing written on it or anything like that?
Nope.
Nothing.
Nope.
All right. Well, let's get out of here, Protein Shake. This is a dead end, I'm pretty sure.
I am so confused.
I think we met one of Jesse's suppliers. That's all. I think we know at this point.
When do we get this salad?
There's no salads. He was speaking metaphorically.
The fuck you mean he was speaking metaphorically?
We can't afford anything here, man. I don't even have any money left.
Place is the biggest ripoff ever. I want a protein shake.
Eat his ravioli.
Be that.
I reach over and I pop his ravioli in my mouth.
There's about a half plate. There's about a half plate of it left.
I grab a couple forks full and eat it.
So you're sitting at this table, and you know what I mean. You look around; it is nice in there. But you think maybe I forgot to tell you with your notice roll earlier, and this is my fault. His rant, even though he tried to keep his breath, his down, definitely caught the attention of some of the people around you.
Let's get out of here, man. It's not worth it.
But this ravioli's really good.
There are people looking at us right now, and I don't want to get
my fork and I shove it in his mouth.
I spit it out and I grab him by the shoulder and I go, the lizard people in this fucking goddamn building. They're going to throw us all in jail or turn your brain into some sort of mechanical device to harvest children's organs. Do you want that?
Oh man, I like kids.
Then let's get out of here.
I take one more forkful and I get out.
I kind of get up, kind of clear myself off, and go, kind of nod and try to be all, you know, charming, such as I carefully walk my way out.
Yo, we gotta return the coats. Unless I can keep this.
No. It's worth more than probably
so
our lives.
good.
Yeah, it's worth more than your life.
Oh.
I walk up to the maitre d' and I go, well, thank you, sir. And I take off the coat and I give it to him and I say, enjoy that tip again. And
Same thing. I take off the coat and I set the table. And peace be with you.
You can leave now.
Have a nice night.
We're gonna swap over to David Greyson and Anton. Anton, as you go up this, you climb the ladder to the roof. Your head pops out, and you see David Greyson on the other side of the roof, just coming up and over, making his way. And you guys make eye contact as you crest up onto the roof.
I'm gonna look over and at him. And the gun, my Glock is already halfway out because I've spotted someone as I'm going up. Like, how the hell did you get up here?
Took the stairs.
But it's filled with. How did no one notice you?
I don't think they're more drugged out than Jesse. Their bones are probably weaker than, I don't know, paper.
I'm gonna shake my head. Fine, don't get spotted. I'll make my way across to the rooftop, to the side that faces the opposite the restaurant.
Okay.
And with that, I will be basically set up I'll get the rifle out of the case, and basically try to set myself up in a means that I am as low profile as possible, so that
Okay, you're gonna.
I'll try and sort of like camouflage myself as much as I possibly can.
Okay, so you're trying to hide behind the lip and keep yourself out of sight.
Yeah, keep myself in a position where I can keep an eye on the road, keep an eye on, if I see if I can spot anything, while simultaneously keep myself very, very low profile so no one can really see me.
Inside the rifle's case, Loken, is a large gray burlap blanket.
Wonderful, I shall use that.
And a small sandbag.
I shall use all of these items to make sure that I make myself a little hide, basically, for all intents and purposes.
Okay, David. Can you give me a stealth if you have it?
I can, yes. Give me my own moment, good sir. Stealth inbound.
That blanket
I have critically failed.
Okay.
With a 1. Critical
Okay.
failure.
Anton, what are you doing?
I'm sitting by the ladder smoking the last of my cigarette.
Okay. David, give me a notice roll, please.
Okay, hitting up with a notice roll. Let's hope I don't critically fail this. Huzzah! I hit it with an 11.
David, as you watch, somebody comes outside the building of the restaurant, Da Vinci's. As he walks outside the building, he looks to the left, looks at the right, holds his arm out to the bouncer out there, and they lock Nexuses, and he goes to walk back to the car that Jesse's in, and he looks down the street, and he points inside the building, and he holds up 2 fingers, and then he crosses the street, walks off to the side, and gets in a car and drives away.
Okay.
Mike, would it be too late to say that Jesse would have parked somewhere besides, like, directly in front of the building?
Yeah, you said you pulled up in the front of it, so I'm going to hold you to that.
Yeah, but I wasn't stay there. You just asked me if I was dropping them off. I never got an action after that.
Oh, okay.
I
Where
mean,
do you want to be parked?
I would have just probably would have just looped around. I probably would have looped around the block, so I'd be on the map, top right corner. So I could make a right and be in the front of the building, kind of thing.
Okay. Can you put a marker to where you are? I'm gonna open it up so you guys can see a little bit more.
like on that street.
Okay, so if you're looking at Da Vinci's, you're going to be on the street to the right of it. Okay.
Like I could make a right and be able to pick them up. That's where I would have been.
Okay, so so at that point, Jesse, you would not see this happening. You would see him. You would just see him walk. Somebody walk off to the side and from outside the building, get in a car and drive away. David,
Okay,
did you want to do something?
Yeah, so basically I'm going to notice this occur. Notice this, and I'm going to, I'd recognize it as trouble, basically. As far as I'm aware, as far as I can tell.
You're not quite sure the nature of it, but you recognize it's out of the ordinary.
Yeah, it's out of the order for someone to make a little hand gesture. I know 2 of my friends went in there, and I'm going to just come over our personal Nexus comms to James and to Xero, and I'm going to say, lads, I don't know what you did in there. Are you okay? Because there might be trouble coming.
Shit. This is. I'm assuming we've taken our jackets off and are leaving, right? At this point.
If that's what you'd like to do, yep.
Yeah, the plan was just to leave. Like after that, we were leaving, and he said, you must go."
Yep, that's fine.
So if we got this right, then I'd be like, "Oh shit." Yeah. So, dude's crazy. Crazier than Jesse. No offense, Jesse. Like he sounded like he was trying to fight a battle in his mind as he was sitting there. I don't even know if he knew we were there.
So with that, I caught a when I watched this gentleman do the hand gestures, I caught a description of what he looked like. Yeah, so I've seen.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, and just for myself, this was the same gentleman that they talked to, correct?
You don't know at this point.
Okay, so
but I will describe the man when he.
Okay.
I did a poor job of describing. So when he comes out, he's wearing a dark suit. Kind of. You can even see from there how twitchy he is. He's a medium height, medium like small build, like a frailer build. Just his actions and movements, David, seem very twitchy to you.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna come off on the comms, and I'm gonna say, hey guys, was it guy kind of smaller build, kind of scared looking dude wearing a suit? I'm basically gonna relay. I'm gonna relay what I saw. I'm gonna relay what I saw to him.
Sunglasses as well. Yeah.
Was he? And I say yeah, wearing a pair of sunglasses.
Looked like a gun, like a snap of a twig would make him run around like a crazy person.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He's he's definitely spooked. You might want to get out of there now.
We're on the way out right now. Yeah.
All right. So as you walk out the door, James, the bouncer turns around, looks at you, and just kind of scoffs, and then holds his arm out.
Tap it.
Okay, so the 1,000 credits is transferred back into your account. You do not currently see Jesse, and give me a perception roll. Notice.
A 8.
You absolutely see the head of David Greyson on the street across from you, poking out. So do you, Xero.
I look up and I shake my head and I go, David.
I wave.
David, a blind man could see you at that point.
Look, I was always better at the frontal approach. Okay, God, this stuff's clumsy. I don't know how Xero does it.
Let's get down here, or stay up there for now. Jesse, where are you at?
Give me a notice roll, David, please. Anton, you as well.
Okay, hitting you with a notice roll. We hit with a 4.
3.
David, you notice from the building. So if you're looking at Da Vinci's, you notice a head pop up on a building on the second floor of a building. It's only a 2-story building, right? You notice a head pop up. Actually, Jesse, give me a roll too. Give me a notice. Because it's on your side of the street too.
Okay. That is a 5.
All right. So Jesse, you're sitting in the car, and David Greyson, you're looking down on this person. Jesse, as you're looking up, a head pops out over the edge of the building to if you're facing south, it would be on your left hand side, and you look up. And David, as you look over, the guy brings his Nexus up, punches a couple buttons on his wrist. A hologram from pops up, and he says something. It drops to his wrist, and he takes out a gun and starts to ready it and look at the front of the club.
Okay. So while seeing this, he's readying himself. Would I be able to ascertain that he intends to do harm to James and to Zero?
So that's really a question of what your character thinks at this point. You couldn't necessarily ascertain based on your skill set if it was particularly for James and Zero. But okay. You could, I mean, somebody readying a weapon, you know what I mean, is probably not a good situation either way.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Does he have, so from the vantage point I can see, does the gunman have a clear line of sight on James and Zero?
Not currently, no.
Okay, I'm going to come over the Nexus then. I'm going to say, guys, I just saw I've just got eyes on a gunman. He's readying a weapon. I'm not sure it's for you, but lads, you're going to go the opposite way, and I'm going to guide them away from where that gunman could potentially jump them. Basically.
Okay.
So I'm going to...
So do it up. Give them direction.
All right. So I'm going to say, oh gosh, I'm terrible about directions. My character wouldn't be, but I'm terrible at them. Okay, so I would like to...
use the Vinci as north right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say, James, Zero, I'm going to need you to head west out the door. So I want them to head... So if the Vinci's is north, I want them to head west. I want to head them...
Okay, I get you. Yeah. Okay. I go, okay. And
So
you say head
map
west.
west. Map
Yeah,
west,
well, the second you say map west, I'm not being subtle. I'm running. Just...
I'm going to... No, stop, slow down. Calm. Zero, get him. Oh, damn it.
You just said the two things that scared the hell out of him.
Yes,
Guns
I know, but you've got to do it quietly. Zero, make sure he doesn't die. And with that, I'm going to say, Jesse, there's a gunman above you. I'd suggest move the car away from that location, good man.
So James, I'm going to put you where you are in Zero as well. I'm working on getting to you. So you guys are outside the club right now, right about there. And I'm going to make you a little smaller so you're not giants.
What it's agility. No, it's pace. You can move pace twice. Is that it?
So we're not on initiative right now. So
okay.
I'll put.
So
yes.
I would run as like literally just not stop running.
Okay.
He's telling me don't run. I'm just running this direction.
What are you doing, Zero?
Oh, good God. I turn and bounce to the corner, slick as hell. I'm going to go for a stealth roll, if that's okay, to kind of blend in. And,
okay. You're going around the corner and trying to stealth? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll definitely Benny that.
What'd you roll?
2 to start out with. There we go.
That's
We'll go
more
for
like
an
it.
8.
Okay. Valiant attempt. So as Zero slips around the corner, I'm going to need a notice roll from you, please.
For myself?
Yeah.
Okay.
And James, I'll even allow you at this point.
That's
Okay.
a 5.
That's a 5 for me as well.
Okay. So James, as you run across past that, the alleyway or the street that's going heading north of you, and Zero, you try to duck around the corner right there, and the both of you see 2 people walking down the street, 2 guys together, looking, and when they look and see Zero, one of them is keeping sight on James Zero as he's running past, and the other guy looks you dead in the eye and says, "That's them, get them." And with that, we're going to be on initiative.
Well,
Okay. Well, James is dead.
Zero, I'm going to give you one Benny back. I don't think that's fair to take that Benny when there's absolutely no chair, so I'm going to give that back to you.
Okay.
Let's see. I gotta add these guys and boom, boom, and there we go. We are gonna start. I didn't add them in. There we go. Hold on one second. All right, so that guy's over there. Anton, give me a notice roll, please.
Sure. Let's see. Here we are.
And Jesse as well.
5.
Notice?
Notice, yep.
That's an 8.
Jesse and Anton, you guys both noticed that when you both hear the voices and what's happening on the other side of the building, you hear the people shout, "Let's get them!" And as you do so, Jesse and Anton, you see the person that you previously saw with the person you previously saw with a gun, stand up and whip his rifle out and look towards the room, look towards the in front of the building. And you also see 2 people appear from the east side of the street. They duck out from behind the building. And with that, it is going to be Jesse. Actually, it's your turn. Sorry.
Okay, so I am going to. I gotta double check the order of operations because we're not in a chase. So I want to try to make sure I balance the action economy correctly.
Yep.
So I want to tell you what I want to do, and we'll figure this out. Okay.
Okay.
So what I want to do is I want to immediately accelerate the car back around to the front of the building and head towards James and Xero. But as I do that, I want to pop off. I only have a single shot pistol, so I want to pop off, I guess, a shot at the 2 guys coming up the street to my to the east.
So
my
I'm
car
gonna
has an acceleration of 10, so I don't know if that's 10 squares per round, and then a max speed of 30.
So the way I'm thinking about acceleration, it's the first round, like you're getting up to speed. So I could say you can move 10 at that point. If you're gonna try and whip around the corner, it's gonna be a drive check. So that'll be at a -2, and the shot at the person will be at a -2 as well, because you're doing 2 actions in the round.
Okay. Oh, because driving would be an action.
Right.
Anyway, yeah, Jesse would do that. He would be driving and shooting with his head out the window, just screaming. So yeah, that's Jesse. Okay, so the driving check, I'm gonna Benny that.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 1, so I'm going to use a Benny on that because that's a terrible driving check for Benny or for Jesse. So that is a that would be a 2 with the negative modifier. I forgot to reset. I will spend another Benny because this is important to Jesse. Roll again. Come on, get a good roll. There it is. So that's a 5 on the driving.
Okay.
And then it's been so long since I shot a gun in this. So I'm going to combat.
You could, and remember you give yourself that negative modifier.
Yep, negative mod, and then I drag it over to the guy I want to shoot at. Hold on, I need to put myself. Could I say that I'm shooting at him or taking my shot as I get to this point here in my drive as I go around the corner?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I just want to make sure in terms of like the distance mod.
And which one are you shooting at?
The guy, the north one of the 2.
Okay, so the guy on top of the building that you had seen previously.
Oh, sorry. Out of the 2 people on the east, I'm shooting at the north one.
Oh, okay. The guys that had popped out from behind the building. Okay.
For my mind, they're the ones I can see. That would be. I'm gonna Benny that shot. I hardly use Benny, so I'm gonna use it.
Okay. Might as well. Yeah. There's no point in hoarding. Ooh. What'd you roll?
So I hit with a raise, so that was a 9. That was a hit with a raise.
Okay. So as Jesse sees everything start to go into play, he aims his weapon out the window, and he starts to. First, he slams his foot down on the gas, whips the wheel around, and is gonna start to maneuver his car, sideways around onto the street in front of the Da Vinci's. As he does that with his left hand, he reaches out the window with his pistol, lets fly with a shot, expertly hitting the guy in the shoulder for how many damage?
Okay. Boom. For an 11 damage.
Okay, so so the bullet penetrates the guy's shoulder. And the guy looks pretty shook at that point.
And then I complete my turn. My drive is there at the moment.
Okay.
With my accelerate.
So you end up just past the front door in front of the Da Vinci's. David Greyson, it's your turn. The combat tracker is out of order. Actually, you know what? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start the initiative over and let it redeal, and then we're gonna go down to. Okay, this does work out. James, it's your turn. Okay.
So, what's the running rules again about like maximum speed?
So if you look down to the bottom left, there's the run. You see where you typically give the modifiers. Next to that is the run button.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to run as far as I can, but get into a place. Is there anything around me that looks like it would be cover, like a corner I could like crawl into and hide, or try to get away?
So if you looked at, let me
actually wait a second. 1, 2, 3. Could I get to Jesse's? Get into the car?
Yes.
Get to the car.
Yeah, you could run over to the car and try and get in. Yep.
Yeah.
You're gonna need So you're gonna need like an athletic check to get into the car, because he's whipping it around. So you're gonna have to like run over, open the door and like yank yourself in. But let's see.
Yeah, I'm not slow. FYI.
I'm not gonna do that. So I'm just gonna keep running in direction. Like in keep going west. I'm gonna go as fast as I can, as far as I can west. And I'm running. So run. I just click that.
Yep. So you can move a total of nine squares to the west.
So it looks like it's off the map.
It
so
does.
Let
me see if I can bring up another map and let me see. I just have to grab another map for you and we'll just use that as a placeholder.
You ran so far, you ran off the map, man.
I ran so far away. It's the 80s, right?
Yeah.
It's true. And with how well you nailed that, I think I'm going to get a copyright strike. So.
We're in Cyberpunk,
Boston. All right. So, James, I got to put you on the other. Hold on. There's going to have to be some map flipping going on. Let me see your token. So you'll be right over here on this map.
I don't think I see that map on my side.
But... not yet.
Okay.
I'm going to share it with you.
There we go.
Yep. So let me do like this so that we can hop back and forth between both maps. Gotta do something.
Because that was like only 2 or 3, but
yeah, you can move yourself as you need to.
Okay, so that was 1. Yeah, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just
okay.
Busting out away.
Okay, so one more second. I'm gonna have to think of a better way to do this in this scenario, but for now, okay. So for now, you are running down the street to the west. Okay. Anything else on your turn?
It's not really. I mean, the most I do is try to get as much between me and the other guys as possible. Try to like duck and weave as I'm moving. If that's the thing, try to like. I'm trying to like throw off. I'm like running, but I'm just trying to like get behind burned cars or trash cans or serpentine. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you can hit that button when you're done with your turn.
Hey, Mike, I've got a question for you before we continue.
Sure.
I'm guessing, obviously, no firearms in the club, but was it possible that I kept my boot knife in me?
Yeah, I could say that.
Okay.
David Greyson, it's your turn, sir.
Okay, so right, lots is a very target-rich environment. Let's see. So I'm going to sight in on the team that's come to try and take these guys out. I'm going to try and take the I'm gonna try and shoot at the team that's next to Zero, and I'm gonna try and shoot at the one that's furthest away from Zero, so the very furthest map west.
Okay, so okay, yep.
So with that, sorry, go on.
We have to. I'm guessing, David, we have to give you Zero's rifle for the length of this combat. So let me.
Oh yeah.
Which rifle was that, Zero? Was it a 308 or?
308 bolt action. The hunting rifle.
The hunting rifle. Okay. Inventory.
5 rounds, E10 for the damage, AP2. Range 24, 48, 96. Rate of fire 1. Box mag of 5.
Oh, he uses a box mag. Okay.
All right. So it is now on your sheet. So if you look under combat,
Okay.
it should be there. Okay. There you go.
Yep, I see it. Okay, so it is. Sorry, just because it's the end of the while I've shot, it's roll for shooting first.
Shooting.
And
Yeah.
then, yeah. Okay. Right. I'm going to roll for shooting.
Ooh, there it is.
We hit it with a. Apparently, I'm encumbered, so I get a -2.
Okay.
But that was a 9.
That is a hit, sir. With a
So it's
raise.
hit, which is always nice. And now let me find the gun, and we shall roll for some damage.
Yeah,
Right,
just
and I have to roll it on
remind-
the trooper itself, don't
Yeah,
I, or the person?
Yeah,
I'm-
you want to do that with the shooting as well, just as an FYI.
Oh, okay, sorry. Like I said,
That way it'll automatically calculate distance penalties.
Okay, my mistake. Sorry.
No worries.
No worries.
And we hit with a 9.
And you were hitting the okay, that one as well, I think. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So David, as you lay the rifle up onto the top of the railing of this building, and you look down the barrel and you let fly with a round into the guy that's currently pulling a weapon out of his coat and starting to lunge at Zero. The bullet rips through the air and hits the guy in the chest, and blood splatters, and he is clearly shaken at this point.
Okay. And I'm going to do that with a sort of like a very cold calculator, done this 1,000 times. I just go basically bolt up, bolt down, ready for the next phase. And
Excellent.
that's going to be me. Let me just end that. End turn. There we go.
Anton, your turn, sir.
Wonderful. People are already shooting things. So let's see what we can do here. I don't think I spotted the far dude because I rolled a 3, so we'll go look at the 2 down there.
You're talking about the 2 that are to the west, I mean the east of you?
To
Or?
the east one, yeah,
Yep.
the ones that are close by me.
Okay.
So do 2 shots. I'm wondering. Yeah, we'll fire 1 shot at each of them, just because why not?
Okay. So -2 on both of them.
Yep, so this one is a miss. And this one is a big hit.
Oh.
9.
And what weapon are you using right now?
I am using my 44 revolver.
Okay.
Got a goddamn magnum.
Stole it off a cop.
Jesus.
Easy there, Dirty Harry.
All right.
All right, and roll damage. Fingers crossed. Ooh, that's looking good.
Wow. All right. So
Yeah,
Anton
20.
looks over the building and he sees the Jesse rip around in front of Da Vinci's. As he looks down, he sees the two thugs appear and start to make their way over towards to where our party is on the street. He reaches in his pocket, whips out his wheel gun, spins the chamber, cocks the hammer back, points down at the first one, lets fly with a bullet. It goes wide. He advances it and takes aim with the second one and takes a couple seconds more to really put some effort into the shot. Lets fly. The bullet roars out of the barrel, slams down into the chest of the guy, and it puts a hole in him about the size of an orange as the guy falls to the ground dead.
So just kind of back away from the edge and just go, whoa!
Okay. So you're gonna step back from the edge.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I can't be seen from the street. Like,
Okay.
Sort of towards the center of the roof and turn.
Jesse.
Do you want to count my turn I already had?
Yes, that's what we'll do. 0.
Yeah.
All right, I got 2 of these individuals advancing towards me. What kind of weapons do they have on them?
You see the person on the westernmost. He is pulling a gun out of his pocket, and the other one is pulling out a like a baton.
Okay. Jesse, the windows are down in the car, right?
Most likely, yes. Jesse would have been smoking, so yes.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll allow that.
I'm almost always smoking, so yes.
My movement is going to be around and diving in the window of the car.
All right,
Ooh,
let me
that-
get
that would be
athletics,
interesting.
please.
I'm guessing Loken's character left his, or David, sorry, left his gun in the car. So
Yeah,
No.
we can go with that if you want.
I would have thought. You
I
would have
don't
brought
know
your
why
Glock
you
with
would
you.
leave. I'm gonna call
I
BS
would
on
bring
that.
it with me.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah,
I would as well.
yeah, I'm calling BS on that. He
You
absolutely.
thought
has
you were
it.
going alone. You would have a close range.
Yeah.
For your Glock.
Yeah.
It's me, unfortunately. I always take everything with me.
but I know Jesse's
Sorry.
got a gun in the car.
But it's not good.
Yeah, but you're driving. And I'm a better shot than you.
Just rip it out of his hand and
you guys
say
just saw
mine.
Jesse just rip the car at the same time while putting a hole in somebody as he went around a corner. So
No, I was around the corner. I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just heard the gunshot.
all right,
Yeah.
so Zero ducks back behind the wall and sees Jesse coming, and he runs over and he.
Leaps
think
into
it-
the window.
I don't think so. I think you're too big to fit in there. I'm thinking you're gonna have to open the door and just one hand you grab the old shit handle, one hand you grab the sill of the door and just pull yourself in with brute strength.
Okay.
Books.
So I throw myself in and I yell, "Give me the gun! Give me the gun!"
He just makes an
A yelp.
All right. Anything else on your turn, Zero?
No, I think that's gonna be it. End turn. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna pull my cowl up
You're gonna
from under my shirt,
I'm sorry, I missed that.
my hood. I'm gonna
Okay.
pull it from underneath the jacket,
Okay.
and that'll be it.
All righty. And reorder at this point. James Dunn, it's your turn now.
Okay. And I ran some more.
Okay.
8.
All right. So
Listen.
James,
Damn.
James, you're running down the street. You're coming up on a building right in front of you. There's an alley that leads down to your south, and you make your way about 45. What is it, like 50 feet? What are we calling those?
50
Fives?
feet.
Yeah. You make your way about 50 feet farther away from the battle.
Yeah.
In true coward form.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go back.
Fast.
David.
Right.
Oh,
So the gentleman I shot at last time is. What did I end up doing to him? Did I? He wasn't killed, was he?
He's currently shaken. He has no wounds at this
Okay.
point.
He is shaken at the moment. All right, so I'm going. So with the rifle again leveled at the gunman, I'm going to shoot the same person again.
Okay.
So here we go. I hit with a 4.
Yes, you do.
And we shall now roll for some damage, which we'll find in a second.
All right. So David cycles the round back into the chamber, drops down with a professional ease into a firing position, places, tucks the butt of the gun back into his shoulder, lines up the shot, and lets fly for how many points of damage?
We hit for 17. I think it might be dead.
So as the report of the weapon rolls forth and a burst of fire flares out the end of the weapon, The bullet slams directly into the sternum of the guy, and his chest kind of implodes. He looks around, really confused for a second, and then just falls over on his back, dead.
I'm gonna come over to the Nexus comms and say, "Well, he ain't getting back up. Zero, I want his gun." Oh, and I need to
we
finish my
drop
turn.
the other one, I'm sure.
Hold on one second. I'm trying to see what the system's doing. I wanted to make sure that okay, that guy. Okay. All right. I gotta do one more thing. Apply that wound as well. Okay. I'm sorry. What did you want to do?
Sorry. So basically, I just came over the Nexus and I said, I basically just say, well, that one's not getting back up. And I look down a scope at the fact that he's dropped a weapon and I go, hey, Zero, I want his gun.
Okay. And anything else on your turn?
No, that's it. So that's my turn finished. End turn, basically.
Okay. Loken, from across the the guy that you originally saw, you notice he swings his weapon over in your direction, and he is going to take a shot at you from there. So he whips the gun around. He had been aiming down the street, and when he heard the report from your weapon, he swings the rifle in your direction, drops to a knee, sets his aim, and lets fly with a bullet, and it hits you for.
That's not good.
That's not good.
Oh! All right. So he hits you for 5 wounds. So what we're gonna need to do, what I strongly suggest, and the community can help if they want, is you can use some bennies to soak some of those damage rolls.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be using some bennies to soak some of that damage.
Okay.
How many bennies can I use?
As many as you'd like.
So I'm gonna use 5 bennies to soak up all the damage.
Well, no, you have to. You use the benny and then you do a soak roll. Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
so I use a benny.
You need to get 5 raises.
And then
Okay.
what do I need to roll?
You roll vigor.
Sorry.
You roll
vid-
your
if you-
vigor stat.
Yeah, if you go to your character sheet on the.
Oh, here we go.
Yep.
Right. Rolling.
That's good.
That's 5.
That's 1, right? It's success. Each one is a success. Okay, so that's 1. So you're down to 4 wounds.
So roll
You can
another, use
also
another
drag-
benny.
You can also
Roll
drag
the-
the bennies onto the wounds, and you're in the combat tracker, and it'll automatically roll for you as well. So
Hold on 1 second. Let me adjust if he's going to do that because I
I
got
was just going to do it this way because it works.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're rolling for the second. I hit with a 7, so that's 2 soaked. Use another benny. All right. Roll for a third. That's for 5. That's 3 soaked. Use another benny.
F's in chat for David Greyson.
Rolls for a 3. So that's going to be one I take then, isn't it?
No, you don't. You can continue to use bennies.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
I-
you
so
still
I've
have
got
as
2
long as you don't
wounds
have a
left.
critical fail. As long as you don't have a
Okay.
critical.
All right. So I've got 2 wounds left. So use another benny. Another vigor check.
There you
Okay,
go.
so that's another one.
So
I
that's
have
a
1 wound
raise.
remaining.
So that you get two back for that one.
Oh, okay. So that is now all the wounds soaked, I believe.
And you so you are currently shaken. And we're gonna have to check something in a little bit, but we'll get onto that. Or you could use a
Okay.
benny to remove the shaken status.
I'm going to try and use a benny to remove the shaken status. So,
No, you just
Can I use it?
automatically removes it from you.
oh, okay. So I didn't need to use that benny then.
Nope, I'll give you it back.
Thank you. So
Let's do
that was a thing.
So David Greyson, as you watch, the guy swings his rifle over, drops to a knee, and lets fly with a bullet at you. The bullet soars at you and goes over your shoulder because you in fact dodged the bullet as you heard and saw him swinging it towards your direction. You ducked down behind the wall. All
yeah,
right.
so literally scrabbles down like this and it goes like that, and I'm like, well, that was close. I'm gonna keep my head down whilst grabbing the rifle. So I'm just gonna like this and grab the rifle down.
Okay, and you're just gonna lay down. Okay, all right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be like very much whilst that occurred.
Okay, so
Comes the
That looks fun.
car.
okay, so from the alley, you David, actually you're ducked down at this point, and so Jesse and Zero, you see one of the guys run around the corner. All right.
Oh.
And from the other side, you see actually he steps up around the corner, and he is going to take a shot at Jesse. And you get a -4, Jesse, in there. You have some ability when you're driving, right?
And if for evading bullets,
Yeah.
that's just a free action during chase scenes. Right now, because we're in combat and not a chase, technically speaking, I'm not evading. I'm just moving at high speed.
Okay. But I am going to give him -2 to shoot you in the car because I'm considering your car cover. So.
Okay. Yeah, there's a free action to just do standard evading, but Jesse's just speeding right now.
Okay. So
Not a chase.
so the guy brings his pistol to bear, looks through the window, locks eyes with Jesse, and fires a shot at him for 6 -4 for 2, and which is a miss. I think I'm gonna Benny that, guys. I think I'm gonna start using my bennies a little bit.
Yeah, that's only fair.
So he's still shooting at a -2, and he is going to let off another round with that rifle for a 6 -4 for a 2, and that is going to be his turn. Okay. So this guy, the guy that Anton put a hole in, actually dies at this point. I'll remove him. Oh.
Hey, Mike, the guy in the corner that just shot at Jesse, rifle or pistol?
Pistol.
Copy.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. The guy who just shot, the guy who just shot at Jesse, that was a pistol.
Okay.
Just got that crackhead luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want that bloody rifle. I want that rifle that almost killed me. I want that gun.
All right. So this guy is DED dead. And that guy already went. And Zero, it's your turn, sir.
I want to delay till Jesse starts moving the car forward again.
Okay.
This is what I want to do. I want to do something a little cinematic. I haven't shut the door yet. What I want to do is, as he drives forward, I want to rip free the boot knife and project myself out of the car at the dude on the corner.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
like
with a car door. I thought you were just gonna be like. Doof.
That's what I thought. Honestly, that's what I thought was gonna happen.
We're going linebacker style. This man's getting a knife to the gut and taking 380 pounds to the chest. We're going down.
All right, so you're gonna delay. Jesse, your turn, sir.
Well, I'm gonna completely remove all of that because I'm just gonna ram the guy.
Okay.
I see him coming around the corner, shoot at me, and I just swerve right at him.
So
we've there's
That's gonna need some work after this.
we covered in our practice sessions.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you guys talked over each other there. I didn't hear what you said.
All right, there's soft rules on the damage of ramming, but do you want me to do a drive check to see if I hit him?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do a drive check.
Okay, so we'll do a driving
And
check.
I'm gonna do an evasion check for him as an opposed roll. All right.
Okay. So I got a 7.
All right. Let me look at his skills real quick, or his traits. I'll do an agility check. Roll it again. It's a tie.
Oh, come on. And drive and go. 6. Why didn't that explode?
It didn't explode. That's your what? Because you're a wild card.
Yeah, I think it should be a D8. Yeah, that's right.
Jesse, you whip the wheel around and you start driving towards the guy. And he jumps one step out of the way behind the building.
I get an opportunity to penny it.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Betty. Okay, let's do this.
Roll it
Driving
again.
check. There it is. 11.
Okay. All right. So he
You still beat me.
he jumps back behind the building.
Penny.
All right.
I want to hit somebody.
Oh my god.
Okay. 9.
All right. Jesse, you progress forward. And Zero, you're gonna be tied at the hip. I'm gonna put you. You know what? I'm gonna put you right there for now. And so you collide with him. Jesse and have you looked at the damage rolls for that?
Yeah, so for my car, since it's a normal vehicle, would deal it's 2d6 to another vehicle. And then since I got one raise on my did I get a raise on my driving check? Yes, I did. So no, I didn't. I didn't get a raise on my driving check.
Yeah,
So
you
it'd just
did.
be
You got a 9.
You gotta go.
So
yeah, but that was
raise on
on. Oh, you made it a post check. That's right. So yeah, so that'd be a 3d6 damage.
all right, drop it on him.
Another car. So, but let's
Actually, I
just
think
do
you're gonna,
it.
yeah, you're gonna have to.
I'm just gonna roll it flat, and then we have to go from there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got a 13. Let me look at
13.
his toughness. His toughness is 14. So 1 gets through for. So you come across and you. I'm sorry, that's the leader. My fault. Trooper. What's his toughness? 9. Okay. So you come around the corner and you, as he steps around the corner, you drive forward and you clip him with the front right fender of your car. He flies back, hits the building, and is going to take a wound, and he kind of ragdolls it back. He flies off your car and he gets pushed into the building. His head smacks back into the building and he falls over onto the ground bleeding.
Okay. So I'm continuing to speed off towards the ever-running James Dunn. So you said after 1 round I can get up to my max speed, or do I need 3 rounds to get up to my max speed?
I think it's 3 rounds to get up to completely max
Okay,
speed.
so I'm at 20 right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get me to the edge of the map. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
I will
16,
pop the other map and I'll
19,
I'll put you on that.
Yeah,
And I will. So I'll put yourself there, and Zero, you're kind of side at the hip with him right now, so you're gonna have to move
so
there.
we make it to there on that turn.
Can my
Or,
delayed
I guess
action,
on the road. But yeah.
can my delayed action go off as he starts going away?
You want to jump out of the? You want to jump out of the car?
Yeah, I'm gonna pounce on this guy and carve him up. I'm gonna slice him into chorizo.
All right. Yeah. Let me get an athletics check for jumping out of the car and land. At a -1.
Okay.
What'd you
That
roll?
is a 3. I will Benny that. That is I can't see with all the maps up. Jesus.
2.
That is
2.
a 2.
Yep.
I'm definitely gonna Benny that.
Remember, you have a -1, I believe. So
Yep. So that was a 1.
There you go. That's a 5.
All right. So Zero jumps out and he uses the he whips himself out of the car and lands at the foot of the guy that's down on the ground right now.
So carrying my momentum as I whip myself out of the car, I drive my blade into him.
Give me an attack roll.
Okay.
So here's the thing.
Okay.
You would have a -2 because that would be your second action this round. To the original roll. So your original roll would be 6 minus 3 for 3. So you wouldn't be successful out of that.
All right. I can use another Benny and roll again if you want.
If you'd like to, if that's what you like to do, that's fine.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna make an attack after you make an action like that, they're both at a -2.
Okay.
And that stacks with the -1 and with the difficulty of trying to achieve what you're trying to do.
Okay.
So that would be a 0.
Nope. Oh God. At least I'm using my bennies. Thank you guys. Oh Jesus.
What'd you roll?
That is a -1, and that is a 6 with a -3.
Oh, so 9 -3 for the 6 on the final roll. Okay. All right. So you jump out the car, you land at the feet of the guy, and now you can make your attack.
So
Thank you for the bennies.
Yeah. Community. This is why we encourage you guys to give them bennies and not have people hoard them. So
Just wait until we install cybernetic arms on you there, Brooklyn.
So as I go flying through the air, I hit with a 7.
all right. So you land at the feet and drive your dagger down into the guy. And it goes very it slices through the meat very well, and wow. But I'm sorry. Yeah, but he's already shaken, so it's an automatic wound. Because he should have a -2 at this point. So sorry, I'm looking at the system, and the system's incorrect at this point. So I'm trying. I want to be fair to what he's doing. So he jumps out of the car, swings himself out, lands nimbly on his feet, very nimble for a big man like he is, and drives his dagger down into the sternum, just under the breastbone of the guy, and the blade slides through the skin there and deep into his stomach. And Xero, you think he is down for the count at this point?
Copy. And I will end my turn at that point.
All right. I'm gonna apply that. Anton, your turn, sir.
Wonderful. I know there's still a guy down there, so let's creep up back to the edge and shoot at him. We'll say again 2 times.
Which one?
The one that's not dying.
He's
two
not.
of them down there.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, but one's incapacitated.
Yeah, he's
So-
he's got that little symbol on him. He's
Well,
essentially down on the ground.
I see 2 of them down there on that side, though.
One's on the second
Is it-
floor of the building. The one that
Oh,
the rifle
okay.
tried to
Sniper
kill me.
across
Yeah.
the way, yeah.
Yep.
So, first one,
You're shooting you're taking 2 shots at the same target.
yes.
Okay. What'd you roll?
There's the first one, 3, I believe. Yes, for a 1, so a miss.
Okay.
And then the second one, that's looking good. 11 minus 2 is a 9.
Okay, so that's a
Solid.
hit with a raise. So again, Anton creeps up to the edge of the building, brings his revolver bear over the side of the building, aims down, and the first shot goes wide, and the second shot connects for how much damage?
4. 7 or 8
All right, so
total.
he clips you clip the shoulder of one of the guy, and he looks around and he sees that the bullet where it struck him in the shoulder, and he looks like he's unsure at this point. He's kind of shook up.
All right, cool. And then I will again creep back. So, and
Okay. That brings us to the top of the order. And David Greyson, you have pulled a Joker out of the deck.
Nice.
Okay, so what does
Benny's
that
for
allow me to do?
That gives you a Benny.
Excellent.
Gives
You
everyone a
can
Benny.
hold your initiative. You can go anywhere you want in the initiative order. And what did you get? A +1 to everything in this whole round?
he gets a +2 to his trait and damage rolls.
Okay.
I do believe you have to specify where in the turn order you would like to jump in. So,
If you want to go now, you can. If you say I want to
So-
go after Anton, you could tell me.
I
that.
would like to go first. if
Okay.
that's okay.
All right, so you're gonna have a +2 to your attack roll, or trait rolls.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it will.
excellent.
It will automatically apply. So
Oh, it
Yeah,
will.
Okay,
just
so-
straight in damage. Yeah.
So I don't need to do anything. I can just it'll
no,
automatically.
you should just
apply
be
on my
able to,
rolls.
as long as you drag the dice correctly. Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
cool.
Before he goes, someone needs to remove those wounds from him because. He did
Oh,
it
that's right.
manually.
He's gonna.
Yeah, those will. It either won't let him roll or give him massive negatives. because
Yeah.
not
Soak 8. 11. Hold on. I'm still learning with some of this. Oh, I can just delete it. That's what I can do. There you go.
Cool. Okay. So, I'm gonna with a rather perturbed look on my face because somebody just tried to take a shot at me and kill me. I'm gonna get back up onto the ledge. So from my prone position, I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna sight straight at that guy who I know tried to shoot me. I'm gonna line my shot up. I'm just gonna mutter under my breath, "This one's bloody personal." And with that, I'm gonna take a shot at the second floor gunman with the rifle.
Okay.
Ooh.
Which I hit with a 9.
Yes, and that's hit with a raise. So
Hit with a raise.
So David Greyson sweeps up from behind the cover of the wall, looks over, sees the glint off the distance scope of the enemy over there, and lets very smoothly brings the weapon to bear and lets fly with a round for how much damage?
We are about to find out.
Oh my god.
A 19.
Ooh.
Okay. So the bullet flies out of the gun with an exhalation of smoke and fire, and goes through the right arm of the guy on the building over there. Blood sprays, and as you see meat separate from bone, he takes a wound.
I don't
Okay.
think that incorporated the bonus +2 from the Joker, though.
It
It
did.
did.
That's
It-
+2
it-
right there.
15,
The-
15
Rifle's got +2.
and okay, so 15 plus 2 is 19. That does take into account the damage.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it just doesn't show it on there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Do you guys not
Well, they-
feel like I do? Because I'm looking down and I see David Grayson hunting rifle 308, 15, 2
2
plus 2
Two.
for 19.
I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah.
yep. That's all good. That's all kosher.
Okay.
So with that, I am going to put myself back under cover, having learned my lesson from last time. I'm going to get myself back on behind the lip with a rather satisfied smirk on my face.
Okay.
No, I'm just curious about this because those are the dice rolls. So, because for the damage dice of the hunting rifle, I assume it's like 2d8.
Yeah, 2d8.
+2 is from the Joker bonus. Does it have AP2 that should be on there?
Yes, as AP2.
All right, so then that should be up to 21, I believe, because
Let me look at the
If you-
weapon. I'm going to look at the weapon that I gave. Hold on, that I give David.
yeah, because if you look at my one, it says it incorporates this dude's armor plus my AP. This one it just says it's against its
Oh
toughness.
yeah, you're
so-
right.
Weapon. Oh, I'm looking at Anton. Hold on.
I want to make sure I do as maximum damage as possible, ladies and gentlemen.
That's
Yes.
what I'm wanting.
That's,
So,
yeah, that's the goal.
so yeah, you roll 2d8, one exploded for an 8, 7, and a 2. So that's where the 15 and the 2 is. And you get +2 from the Joker. It should be another +2 from AP,
No.
and then I believe
Well,
should be.
I guess it wouldn't be technically +2. It would just ignore 2 points of damage. I guess that's the same thing. Or 2 points of armor, right?
Basically, yeah.
which it may have because it just has the toughness. That I don't see the armor added there. Usually they add the AP, so that may be the actual.
Maybe.
Because if you look at
Let
the
me.
way
Yeah.
it's calculated,
Okay. So let me look at his thing because if his toughness is, let me look at his base toughness. Hold on.
he said it was 14.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
like
but we don't know if that's ignoring 2 points of damage or not. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's the wrong one. I gotta look at this guy. He has a toughness of 14. Let's see if I gave him anything that.
Because if you look at the assault team trooper, it says or it adds the AP2 to it.
Oh, that's
and if
why.
you look-
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
So he just has a.
no. He has. Okay, it's what's coming up in the system is right because of something I gave him. So.
Yeah.
All right. So we did.
that's right.
He takes a wound. Yep.
Cool. So anyway, with that, I'm going to, so everything's all done. I'm going to duck behind the wall again, satisfied that I've hit the guy and I've returned the compliment, and I'll intend to finish the job, and I'll finish my turn at that point.
Excellent. Anton.
Could I ask very quickly if I could possibly quickly run to the restroom? Just whilst
Sure.
everyone's-
Actually, you know what? This might be a good place to stop for the night. So let's do that. We're at quarter of. It'd be a really good place to stop for the night. So, guys, we're into one of the biggest combats you guys have been in so far, and we saw something tonight that we haven't seen yet. Loken had a really bad night when it came to
Yeah, that was not fun.
So
I would have killed him, right?
It would have knocked him down.
Okay.
yeah, he
We
would.
would have to roll a dice to see if he would die.
Yeah. He was typically in the system what happens is you take you get shaken by damage that exceeds your toughness, and then after that you start taking wounds. Loken took 5 wounds in one round, one shot actually. And I explained to people when we started this system, it's a very brutal, unforgiving system, and you have the potential to die with one really well placed shot.
That was.
That was a very well placed shot, and
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is when it comes to that. It's pretty brutal.
So
Glad you had those bennies.
Oh yeah,
That's all.
and let me put it to you this way: David will have taken that very personally. So at this point, he will want to go and absolutely murder him, and then he will probably take his stuff as almost a trophy to go, "Fuck you," basically.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna. I know David Greyson has to go run to the restroom. So David, what's your character thinking, and what did you think about tonight?
So I had a good time tonight, I will be honest. And also I thank you for letting me set up on top of the roof, because I know it was a bit out of order. So as in the turn of events. So setting up on the roof and everything was nice. It gave me an opportunity to kind of be in a advantageous position for this little scenario that's occurred. As for David is, again, he's in the thick of it. He's extremely perturbed that somebody would dare try to shoot him and almost kill him. And as a result is now extremely cross with the gentleman across the way and has every intention to shoot him dead. Other than that, though, he is just making sure that, I actually provide some genuine cover fire for my the rest of my team. So
Awesome.
that's David's thoughts.
Awesome. Zero.
Tonight's been interesting, man. First, that dude was getting all jive in the restaurant, and Zero's like, "What the hell is this guy on? I thought Jesse was bad." And then he had some kick-ass ravioli, I'm assuming. Probably the best and only real food possibly he's ever had. So that was really kind of wicked to be able to experience as a character.
Just to give you a little behind the scenes, those ravioli cost like 250 credits. So you got like $125 worth of some ravioli.
See, Doc,
About my drugs.
Yeah, I wasn't about to stick around with the hoity-toities looking at us. Because they're all lizard people, okay? Everyone who is rich is a lizard person. He is convinced of this at this point.
So I mean, it was pretty cool. And then this mass combat. Let me tell you, I started out real nervous. We played a couple missions when we were setting up and trying to learn the system, and I saw what people could do to each other. And
Jesse he almost died to a punch. Jesse, when we were doing the testing.
Oh God, yes.
Dude,
I remember.
Dude,
He
like,
did die to a punch, yeah.
Jesse, like spun and dropped, and I was like,
Oh
my
the guy
god!
with the bionic arm comes through the garage door and goes boom, and just goes.
So this was like, I saw 2 guys with a gun, and Zero was like, "F this, I'm out." and then Jesse's like, "I'm a ram him," and I was like, "F it, Superman!" We're gonna sit in back, man. We're gonna have some fun.
I can only imagine a man that large jumping in, turning, and then jumping out of a moving vehicle. Like,
Yeah, because like if you think about it, like around 6 seconds, so he literally jumped into the vehicle, said, "Give me your gun," and Jesse didn't give him the gun, so he jumped out of the vehicle and stabbed the guy after Jesse hit him. In the course of 12 seconds. So
I'm not gonna lie, respect.
That's kind of a little bit of brutality. That's kind of what Zero brings to the table. Like,
It's my thumbs up.
there's a couple like perks and stuff that I took for him, and that kind of fleshed out who he is, and it kind of just it fits the motif. Like I saw an advantage that you could press, and that's going to clear the field on one side. So you know what, Zero's going to throw himself down, and we're going to do it. So that's what he did. You know, he does a few things well, and you know he's not the brightest crayon in the tool shed, but you know, let's do it, man.
Interesting. All right, James Dunn.
I had a lot of fun. It was fun talking to. I mean, like, you think Xero is confused. James Dunn thinks he's educated, and he picked up about 50% of what that guy was saying. He's like, "What the heck does this have to do with Lorna? This has nothing to do with Lorna. What are you high?
Or
Do you know a guy named Jesse? You know, I'm sure it does, but like." At the end, when he said, like, enjoy your $1 million salads and mentioned North America, I'm like, he kept saying North America a lot. I wonder if that means something. So, and then, you know, David learned the word that triggers James, which is gun and coming towards you.
Any combination, therefore.
Yeah. Therefore. Yes.
You know, at one point I'm going to use that just to trigger you off, just for fun.
Oh, I'm going to run. I'm just going to run. Hide. At that point, he's channeling his inner Sonic and just running. Like it's literally Jesse may have to run James down in order to stop him because all he's going to hear is are chasing after him, and he's just going to imagine a van full of lizards, lizard men. Like trying to chase him down. It's like, I'm not going to jail, man. I'm not going back to jail.
Anton's just gonna be like hand in his coat, just thumbing back the hammer of his revolver for fun. Just click.
We need to get a piece of webbing in the back of the car that I could latch on my belt. I'm just gonna hang out the back window and scoop him up. Got him! Go!
Look, this is like a stag night gone wrong.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, this is like Demon Night. I mean, no, Judgment Night. Judgment Night with Dennis Leary. Yeah. Jesse Rains. What do you do? What are you thinking? And what's your character thinking?
Oh, the night was fun. I'm so excited. Even though I myself as a player, I'm just getting further and further down in the weeds of just like I don't know what's going on anymore. Everything is weird. Salads are a thing now, I guess, and it's just like. Jesse never knew what a salad was. That's outside of his like league. So, but we got to christen Betsy for the first time in blood, so she's probably now bloodthirsty. So I'm very pleased with that.
She's literally become Christine. It's turning from Bessie into Christine.
It's great. So hopefully this is the omen for many more bloodbaths to come. But yeah, Jesse's at this point he's like having a blast because he was able to like peel out, shoot a guy. Ram a guy, and now he's chasing down a fleeing doctor, so you know it's all in the night's work. So it's gonna have the soothing sounds of Betsy coming up behind him like I
know that
Stop running.
I mean you no harm. But
yeah, no, I'm having a blast, and Jesse is actually finally excited because everyone left him behind, and he got lonely in his car, but then he got high, so he was fine.
Anton, let's move on before we talk about him lonely in this car.
Hey,
Anton,
oh God.
Anton, what's going on with you? What's your character thinking? What are you thinking as a player?
As a player, I'm having so much fun. I say this every week. Can we just go for another 5 hours?
No,
maybe 6, no. Please.
No.
Yeah, more gunfights, always a good time. Yeah, Anton's just having fun with his gun. No, everyone loves shooting a 44. Who doesn't love shooting a 44?
I mean, come on now. Big old hand cannon? Hell yeah.
Biggest thing on the block.
Yeah.
You murdered somebody with it, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to murder another one.
Hey, Brick, you killed a guy. Yeah, I've been meaning to mention that. You should hide out for a little bit.
That's my specialty.
That's special. It's true. It's true.
But yeah, like I mean, I do like the whole idea of Anton. Like he knows about the sort of practical side of the job, but he doesn't do it a whole lot. He's used to just doing it behind the screen, so he's excited to be trying out the practical side, going through buildings and trespassing and shit, and shooting people. Not the same sort of ballpark league, but
Okay.
criming. We
criming up in here, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, I hit a wrong button. Okay. So guys, my name is Mike. This is the How I Nerd channel. We do TTRPG content here. If you're joining us tonight for the first time, give the channel a follow. Come check out our other shows. We have 2 other fantasy shows, and we have a roundtable discussion every Thursday night with people from within the TTRPG community. Guys, we had somebody from a CW show on it 2 weeks ago.
That is pretty awesome.
Jake Storman and Storm. I murdered his last name. Now I feel bad, but like that's incredible to me. That anyway. So it's a way for us to sit down and talk with our community and talk to other people in the RPG community and talk about what's going on out there. Talk about games, personal stories. But what I think I'm going to do tonight is I think I'm going to raid a friend of mine that I haven't had the pleasure of talking to in a couple days. My stream mentor. Skullstream, really good dude, solid dude. His content is phenomenal. He's got the sexiest voice on Twitch besides mine. His is sexier. I'll say his is sexier. His is definitely sexier. So we're gonna kick it over to the end screen. I'm gonna roll the credits. And we're gonna go show Skullstream some love. If you have those How I Need a Nerd emotes, when you get over there, drop them. Let him know where you're coming from. Let him know who sent you. And let's go show him some love. If you enjoy his content, please give him a follow. He's a great streamer and and even a better dude. So I can't say enough about him. So without further ado, I'm going to kick it over to the ending screen. And we're going to run the credits. And we'll get that going. So we'll see you guys Wednesday night for the Tabletop Tavern 2. All right, guys, let's go show Skull some love. Show that love when you get in that room.